my moral perspective doesn't allow me to eat meat.
But it allows others to eat meat?
From my moral perspective, nobody should eat meat.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
From my moral perspective, anybody, I said from a tier 1 city or anybody should go vegan.
Mm-hmm.
This dairy farming or this Gaushala and all this, it's not completely negative. There's a clear middle ground.
If there is a Gaushala that is exploiting animals, I am condemning it. If there is a Gaushala that does not exploit animals, is doing it purely out of a service mind, then I 100% respect that.
Even when I was speaking with my father, he was like, I do support this person. He is 7 years into dairy farming, and he was like, he's right on his point. Without the support of cattle, it's more negative for agriculture than positive.
Looking at the track record of how we humans exist on Earth and how we manage to overcome every single issue we face through our technological advancements, I think we will definitely be able to overcome this also.
The moment you will find the solution, humanity will already be gone. What am I getting in return?
Can I say what are you taking in return instead of taking?
Yes, okay. What am I taking in return? Okay, I am taking in return.
Your body, your hair, your skin, it belongs to you, not to me. If I want something from you, I can ask you. If you are comfortable, you'll give it, or you'll say, no, Arvind, I can't give. Anything I do beyond that would be force. Why do you not see that same thing for cows? Like, say, for example, Arvind is saying we have to go from point A to point Z. Arvind is saying, right, as of now, we will go from A to B, B to C, C to D. After that, even I don't know the way forward. We will have to find things together. And as and when we go along, we'll change things around us slowly.
The thing is, you are playing a blind man game.
Blind man game.
Yeah.
Interested in going vegan? Watch Arvind's full guide to being vegan in India.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Face to Face with Arvind. And today's episode, we have Mr. Kuldeep as our guest. Welcome, Kuldeep.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
Very well.
You want to give us a small introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Kuldeep Ramawat.
This is your camera, bro. That's your camera.
Okay. Sorry. Hello, everyone. My name is Kuldeep Ramawat and I am from Rajasthan. Speaking of my education, I have done BSc Biology and my profession is accounting. I account for Gaushalas and I'm an independent accountant. And I'm currently working with more than 20 Gaushalas at this current moment. And also I have attended ICAR, which is Indian Council of Agriculture Research. I have given the exam, but I didn't clear it. So, and my father has 7+ years in animal husbandry. He had a dairy farm for more than 7 years till 2024. So that's my introduction.
I believe that's the reason why I invited you here today, because when we got on a call a month ago to discuss whether you'll be... In fact, I believe you and me had difficulty connecting in the beginning.
Yes.
The internet, that was you, right? Like it kept going cut. Then when finally we spoke, and then I was like, no, this guy is pretty good and he has an interesting background.
Yeah.
And I want to first understand, how did you come to know about this podcast existing, about me doing my work? How do you know all this?
I had just watched your one of the viral videos about that.
Which one did you watch?
Vegan dishes and that popular
Idli dosa.
I was about to crack a joke about it. What would you like to eat? Idli dosa sambar chutney.
Okay.
So I just watched a few of those videos. I didn't know more about it. It just came into my feed, and later it just popped up. I was like, I just heard the word debate, and I was like, I'm in. I don't know what's going on. I heard the word debate, and I'm like, I'm in. Whatever it's happening, I'm in.
Right. Did you do your background research and stuff after that to check?
Yes.
You did.
I did. Yeah.
Okay. And you do definitely have opposing views to veganism. You would agree with that?
Yes.
Your views are opposing. Okay, fine. Because I wanted to invite people only who have opposing views.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Then I guess this is a good place to start. And the reason why I invited you is because you told that because vegan means someone who stands against animal exploitation, not just that they don't eat meat or eggs. We don't consume dairy either. Am I right to presume you're a vegetarian?
Yes.
You're a vegetarian, yeah. So vegans, we do not also consume dairy. We don't wear leather, wool, silk or fur. It goes a step beyond that.
I know.
So clearly that means that we do have some disagreements or difference in opinions when it comes to this. So I guess we can get right to it then. You can tell me what's your opinion and everything.
My views on veganism, first thought in mind is that India is perfect for vegans. Like it's a heaven for vegans. Like we have such a large cuisine for anyone who is consuming any kind of diet. So I was like, okay, my sister was like in Amsterdam, like Netherlands. And she clicked a photo of a vegan, vegetarian was not available there. So she had a vegan dish. And she said, like, this is literally leaves and, fruits and stuff.
What did she eat, if you can share? Like, what she ordered a salad?
I exactly have.
I mean,
no
if you
idea.
order a salad, it's literally leaves, but we vegans have other options as well. I hope you do understand. We have vegan ice cream. We have,
I know, but it was very expensive.
okay, fine.
there.
Okay, bad experience. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, for in my perspective, if I like when I was watching your videos and I was observing, like 90% of my diet is already vegan. Like I'm just adding ghee in my chapati and curd in. So I was like, anybody being vegan in India is very easy. So I didn't had like any problem with veganism. Even in nutrient part, like I believe like humans can extract nutrients from anything, all the way from seafood or anything. We humans have the ability.
The technology is there now.
Technology or anything, like we have the we have the capacity to extract nutrient from anywhere.
Yeah.
Any food, like we can. The reason human civilization has come this far, that we can eat anything that's available on this earth.
Yeah, true.
Which is why we are surviving. So my views on veganism were simply like, okay, anybody in India can be vegan very easily.
Right.
So I had no anybody's okay, good for them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have no
nothing negative against it personally.
anything. I don't have anything negative.
But you do realize that vegans, however, are not so nice, right? We are not happy with us alone being vegan. We also go out of our way to convince others to.
Yeah,
like we say that you are wrong. You are not saying we are wrong, but we are openly saying, Kuldeep, you are wrong. So that is the difference here.
So I completely understand where does this come from. You once mentioned Earthlings, which is just a documentary of a slaughterhouse.
And dairy farms, everything it puts forth.
Like basically the torture of animals. And
you're right.
So I completely understand your perspective. Okay, so I understand why you are preaching students or giving lectures on veganism. I completely understand that. Okay, why like even speaking of my moral perspective, before saying that, I'm still using a leather belt or a leather shoe. Okay, very well knowing that my moral perspective doesn't allow me to eat meat, or I don't want to harm anyone, but I have been a part of it. I clearly understand that. So, like I thought about it, if my moral perspective doesn't allow me to harm an animal, so from now on, I will try to not use any kind of leather stuff.
Okay.
So that was my perspective. And also, if I believe that where I'm consuming milk, that's coming from a very good place, so I won't use any commercial dairy products.
You don't?
Like, I'll try.
You try.
From like after watching like your videos and trying to understand how veganism works and what is this philosophy exactly. So like I agree with some points. So which is why I thought, okay, I need to change. If my moral perspective is against animal cruelty, I won't consume anything which is commercial dairy products. Or from now on, okay, I will avoid leather products. Till now, I have made the damage. I can't change my belt right now. I can't change my shoes. When this wears out, maybe I'll buy something else.
Synthetically made
or something of cloth or something else. Maybe that time I will change my... Now the damage is done. I can't do anything about it. So that was my like understanding of this philosophy or activist movement. So I completely understand where you come from and why you are so concerned and why you're so actively... there's a reason why you're so confident about your movement. So there's certainly a reason why veganism exists. That there is a problem in dairy industry and meat industry. There is a problem. And I completely understand that. So I understand your why you are making this movement, and I kind of support. Even when I was speaking with my father, he was like, I do support this person. He is 7 years into. He was 7 years
Dairy
into
farm.
dairy farming, and he was like, oh, he's right on his point. He has seen many farmers exploiting their cows, and we do witness. I can't say that my village is perfect and all cows are happy.
You come from a village?
Yes.
You're residing right now in a village?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I come from a village, and I can't say that everyone in my village is taking care of cows. I know who is taking care of cows and who is not. We very well know. My father has been for years in village, and even I'm been for 6 years. Even our Gaushala is running for many years. So we clearly know that who is taking care of their cows and who is not. Who is leaving their cows for stranding and who is keeping them for a long time. We clearly know. And for some, our Gaushala faces a lot of, problems in a village, and we have to deal. There's
what kind of financial issues or with the people around you?
With the people.
What problem do they have with your Gaushala?
There are different types of people around you. Some are supportive, some are not.
But what is their problem with you having cows? What is the problem? Why would they have, if you feel it's comfortable enough for you to speak about it?
There's a reason.
You exist, so why do they care? You just do your thing now. Why do they bother with you?
That's the problem. It's a village for a reason.
Okay.
There's a reason why people leave village and go to urban areas.
All right, fine.
There's a clear reason. So, everyone has a own mentality. So we can't help with that. We have to just manage everything and do our stuff. Okay, let them say whatever they want. We will do our work.
Right.
So we can't help it. We can just do our own work and let them say whatever they want. So, my main point was on Gaushalas. My main concern to be here was Gaushalas. Because I watched one of your videos, you were saying that, I'm not judging you on that, but I'm saying that you once said, have you seen the conditions of Gaushalas? Cows are starving, they're dying of starvation. So, which really, I'm working day and night. Okay. Even before, I left on 15th. So, 2 hours before my train, I was still working. Even after reaching Pune, I was still helping my father with all kind of work. So, I'm working day and night. Okay, till 3 in the night, till 2. I have no idea of my sleep schedule. Anything me and my father, my father is 50 plus.
How many animals do you guys have, if I can ask? How many
in Gaushalas? It can depend.
Wait, this is you're talking now about your Gaushala or Gaushalas you volunteer for in general? We have to be specific here.
Both.
But when it comes to
we volunteer even for our Gaushala and even for
how many bovines in your Gaushala?
Around 500.
500 in yours alone?
Yes, that's common.
Okay.
There's one of the Gaushala I account for as 700.
Okay.
The normal range is 200 to 300.
I have seen with 200, yes, because my friends also, they run sanctuaries. They run animal sanctuaries, so they also have buffaloes, cows, goats, all kinds of animals.
In Rajasthan, the official data is around registered Gaushalas is 4,000. Okay, but according to my own experience in villages, you will find a Gaushala in every 15 kilometer radius.
Okay,
every 15 kilometer radius. I was traveling for shooting different Gaushalas, and I was finding every Gaushala within 10 kilometer radius, 15 kilometer radius, new village, new Gaushala.
Okay, I get it. Okay,
you can I can claim that there is a Gaushala in every village of Rajasthan. I can clearly claim that.
Okay.
Easily, that there is a Gaushala in every village of Rajasthan. So, some villages really support it. Some villages, every Gaushala has a level. It's like, seeing some students, let's say certain students are very poor in studies. So can we say that all students in India are very poor?
No, we can't
No.
say that.
Every student has its own story,
Mm-hmm.
has its own level,
Mm-hmm.
has its own background,
Mm-hmm.
and every student is on different level. Okay, our Gaushala is on a level. Some Gaushala can be on lower levels. Some Gaushala can be on a very high level. So, which is why I won't disagree that okay, Gaushalas are all good and it's all rainbows and sunshine. I can't say that. Okay, there's a reason you said that there are starving Gaushalas and starving cows in Gaushalas. So there's a reason you said that. But assuming that all Gaushalas in certain condition, like I can, which is why
We'll come to that. We'll come
which
to
is
that.
why I would
The videos,
have done-
yeah.
yeah. have the
See, I just want to
documentary.
ask something. Could you quote me exactly what I said in which video? Because I myself do not. I released so many videos. I don't remember at this point.
So what exactly you said? There was a person asking you a question that we have Gaushalas in India who care for cows and stuff. So you countered that by saying that my brother, do you know what is the condition of Gaushala? That I have seen Gaushalas where cows are dying of starvation, or the like you can see their bones. So that was your statement. I would like to say another statement of another YouTuber if I can. Voice of Vegans. He had made a video on Sattvic milk. So he said that speaking on Gaushalas, there was a Gaushala in some place of Tamil Nadu. There was a banner of a Gaushala where it was written that no mixed breed is allowed for milk purpose. That they are trying to get some profit. So I would just say that just because one Gaushala had a banner saying that there is no mixed breed allowed or certain breeds allowed, does that mean all Gaushalas are in that state?
No, but that's why I want.
So I would like to say that's not a Gaushala issue. That's a management issue. If a Gaushala is working poorly, there is a clear management issue. Like the problem with people is they are very irresponsible towards their cattle and towards the stuff in general. They are very irresponsible, which is why we are facing standing cows. We witness this every day, that people just leave their cows for standing. So this is a management issue. This is not a dairy farming issue.
Right. So if I can just comment on this. So that's why I asked you, I need the exact words and the exact context in which myself, at least I can speak for myself at least, in which I made that statement, and also what is the overarching message I'm giving. If the message was only to malign the name or show Gaushalas in a bad light, then you will be right to say that I'm doing something wrong. But if I'm not, if I'm right on saying this, I believe what the person in that video was saying was that, why should I stop consuming dairy products? Because even when the cows or calves, they become, the male calf is born or the cows become old, we can send them to a Gaushala. So because they have a safe space to stay over there. That's when I made the point. Have you seen the condition of Gaushalas? Because I have seen it with my own eyes also, and not to mention also these ads we constantly keep getting, saying that donate to this Gaushala, donate to this. And when we see that, they talk about how, again, I have been to these places, they told me that we are literally at full capacity. And the animals here are dying, and we are literally begging for money, saying that we don't have enough money just to feed them, to give them basic veterinary treatment, nothing. No one's giving us money. But the dairy consumer is saying, it's okay, I can still consume milk because at the end of the day, the cow will not be slaughtered, she'll be sent to a Gaushala. Do you know what's the condition over there? They themselves are already, it's like saying, we have a bucket full of water and it's overflowing. And someone saying, it's okay, I'll pour one more cup of water there. I'll pour one more cup of water there. It's already overflowing. So my point is not to show Gaushalas. My statement there was not to show Gaushalas in a bad light. Because like you said, I'm pretty sure many videos have said that there are two types. There are some Gaushalas that genuinely care for animals, that really take care of them. They will even go to the point of sacrificing their own well-being, everything just to take care of the animal. And they also do not impregnate the animal. Like they don't do Gaushala for commercial profit. They do it just as a service.
Yes,
that's when they exist. I have also seen Gaushalas that turn into dairy farms where they impregnate the cows, they separate the baby from the mother, and they sell them to sustain themselves. I have seen both. So when I made that statement, I want to clarify right now. If there is a Gaushala that is exploiting animals, I am condemning it. If there is a Gaushala that does not exploit animals, is doing it purely out of a service mind, then I 100% respect that. But my statement again was that if someone, a dairy consumer, wants to justify saying that, this is the thinking. You are on field doing that work. Since I am also part of this movement, I have seen the kind of work that you and people like yourself, rescuers, what they do. They are at their wits' end. Okay, the rescuers, they are at such a big problem because they're like, dude, we are rescuing, we're keeping, but you have no idea how hard it is to manage this. And then these people out there, dairy consumers, are thinking, since this fellow at the end of the day is going to save it either way, I'll also contribute to the problem. You get my point? You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay, I get your point. But see, the thing is, what states we are talking about. So let's talk about Rajasthan and UP. This is some special case study in itself.
Okay.
So the state government in Rajasthan provides aid to Gaushalas.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a registration process and there is a procedure for getting aid. And it depends on how many cows you have. And there's a amount on small cows and there's amount on big
Is
cows.
it like a monthly?
This is a quarterly.
Quarterly. And can I ask, like, per animal, like a large animal, how much they give? If I'm just curious to know these things.
Okay, so it's if I have to give a rough idea, 22 for small cows and around 40 for large one.
All right. Okay, go on.
And it's quarterly. Okay, so the procedure is quite complicated. So this is the procedure in Rajasthan. How it goes in UP is it's a government run shelters. So it was a quick response of stranding cows. So what the UP government did, okay, we are developing temporary shelters, getting the cows in, and we'll later make it a permanent shelter. Okay, so as I said, every Gaushala is on a different level. Especially in Rajasthan, even if like how it works, how village
if I may, Kuldeep, and the thing I want to say to you is that I completely understand you explaining all of this, and that's totally fine by me, but I also want to make sure that we come to the point. The point of this debate is that you have approached me because you do not agree with something I'm preaching, or I don't agree with what you do or something. So this explanation is leading up to what exactly, if I can ask you? What is this explanation leading up to?
This explanation is leading that the condition of Gaushalas, especially in Rajasthan, is pretty good, very good.
Okay.
Okay. One whole state, okay, is running Gaushalas with support of people. Here in villages, like
okay, I believe what's happening is from the beginning, what we have started is that I feel like, if I may say this, we are digressing into a subject and you're going very much in depth, but you're not concluding. Like, what I would like for you to do is, you have now mentioned your stance, your opinion, everything. So when you're saying, okay, the situation in Rajasthan is different, the people treat the cows differently, here it's very well managed, even the government is supporting through the funds here.
Yes.
Therefore, what? What do you conclude? Therefore,
people are, there are different type of people. Okay. What you made your point is also right. You have seen Gaushalas in, like, what I said is people are careless. Okay. You said that, people think that, okay, these Gaushalas are taking care of it. It happens. It happens in villages too. Okay. People are very careless. Okay.
Okay.
I understand that. Okay.
Okay.
But there are people who also contribute.
Positively.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And therefore, what do you conclude based on that?
I conclude that this is this dairy farming or this Gaushala and all this, it's not completely negative.
So now we're finally coming to the point.
There's a middle ground.
Okay.
There's a clear middle ground.
Okay.
Yes.
So here, good. Now we've reached the main point of discussion. So
Yes.
I don't agree, but you're free to prove me wrong.
Yes.
What exactly is this middle ground? First of all, okay, I assume that you would consider the following things that I'm going to list right now as wrong or immoral. That is forcefully making cows pregnant, taking the babies from the mother, killing of all the male babies because they are not useful to dairy industry, then giving the female babies only some kind of special formula so that we can take that milk and put in packets and sell to humans, and then finally killing of the mother when she is no longer profitable to make milk. I believe all of these you would say are wrong, right?
Yes.
You have no support for this at all, right? This is what I'm talking about right now is where 99.9% of the milk, ghee, butter, chas, paneer, kulfi, lassi, ice cream, cheese, all of this comes from here, right? Majority of what we consume.
Okay.
So you are now talking about something else, not this. So what is it that you're talking about, Kuldeep?
So now let's take my village. For I won't disagree that this doesn't happen. Now let's take forceful impregnation. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is when human beings get involved in the mating process of an animal. That is what I mean.
Okay.
This could be either through artificial insemination
Okay.
or could also be when a cow is taken and you've seen those racks in which they put her head in. They then expose her backside, they lift her tail up and then they force a bull to come and mount on her. Both of these.
Okay. So I was in Pune where there was a research institute on indigenous cows. Okay. So I asked him about this artificial insemination and all. So he explained that we don't even need to tie that cow. I was meeting a student. Okay. He was a student who has actually done artificial insemination. He was said that I am the person who artificial inseminates that cow, and I am here to explain what exactly happens. So he said that the cows, it's a research institute, so they have different compartments for different breeds of cow. So here's is Gir, here's is Saiwal, here's is the Rathi, and so
all the
native cows.
Okay.
All the indigenous. They also have HF and Jersey, but in less, mostly indigenous.
Okay.
So he said, I am a person who I am myself included in this artificial insemination. I personally did it. So here's my experience. So when the cow is in heat, we there are two ways. Either we have a belt around her neck, which indicates if that cow is in heat. So when the cow is in heat, we get an indication. So when she's in heat, we go to her and we don't even need to tie her. We just artificial inseminate her and the job is done. If she's not okay with it, if she's okay, he's doing his job and she's okay. Otherwise, if she's resisting, they'll just send her with in the. It's a big place, so normal mating process. No humans involved. So here's how artificial insemination works here. And also you had mentioned about the cathode thing of extracting the semen from the bull. So he explained that the electric shock given. You said this is a very torturous. I'm not
use the
saying,
word torturous. It is. I'd say it's obscene. Actually, yeah.
It looks obscene.
Is it not obscene? Okay.
It's not. First of all, any wild animal, even if you want to save it, how do humans give semen? We just go to a clinic and we ejaculate the semen. How do you take a semen from any wild animal, even if you want to save it?
But here's my point. Why on earth do we want to take semen from wild animals? Like, why are we first? When you said that I can even perform artificial insemination on her, she won't run away. My question is, first of all, why are you using her body? Like, what do you want from her? You want something from her. That's why you're doing all of this, right?
Yes. So here's where agriculture comes in. I was in meeting with assistant professor of agronomy, PhD. She said that if you remove all the cattles, which you once stated that we need
they'll become extinct in a vegan world.
They'll become extinct.
Yeah.
Without the support of cattles, it's more negative for agriculture than positive.
Right. So I would say that we just like you said earlier that we humans can find ways to pretty much eat anything and we manage to somehow pull through. I will say with the current level of technology that we have, we just haven't invested time and money in this. We can definitely find ways to improve agriculture to the same degree as it is right now without the involvement of cow dung.
Listen to me. what ways?
If you ask me, I can name at the moment only one. One I can say is, instead of cow dung, we can make compost. You know what is compost? We take off all the parts of the plant which we're harvesting, which is not
That's called green fodder. So what soil needs? Let me explain what soil needs. Okay. In agriculture, what soil needs? Plant. What a plant needs for growth. The main ingredients are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, NPK. So you have heard of NPK fertilizers. So NPK stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So the main ingredient here is nitrogen. The highest percentage in NPK would be nitrogen, because nitrogen is not naturally available in soil. Plant can't extract nitrogen from air. Like we breathe air.
I know.
Plant can't extract that. So the chemical fertilizers used in market are urea and NPK. Two types, like two majorly. There are more, but two major. You go to any farmer, he'll just say, I either use NPK, if chemical fertilizers, I either use NPK, I either use urea. From Green Revolution till now, and how much ever advancement agriculture has seen till now, and whatever agricultural advancement we will see in the next civilization of humans. So it's either in chemical fertilizers, it's either NPK or it's urea. So what is urea? It's a nitrocarbon. Again, nitrogen. Plant needs nitrogen. Which comes from organically comes from cow dung. So you want to say like anyone in this walking planet will, if he is seen, will go for organic farming. He will choose organic farming. Why? Because why would we choose organic farming? Because we want to lower the effect of chemical fertilizers in soil. The case study of Punjab, which I was recently reading, that due to high usage of NPK fertilizers and urea, the soil is dead. We are just the 33% of India's
arable land, you mean? Arable land, the land that we can use for cultivation.
Irrigated land is dead. Is quite dead. This soil is of actually no use without fertilizers. Like it's like a drug addict. If you take that drug away from it, it will die. So the soil is dead. Due to use of chemical fertilizers. So you want to say that you don't want to use manure because you don't want cows.
So if we become vegan, we won't have manure. It's not like we don't want to use. Maybe if we can find.
We won't.
Because the cows don't exist.
What are you going to find?
So that's what I'm saying. Let's assume right now, I can right now only give two hypotheticals, because this is not right now I can show in practical implementation. I can only give hypotheticals at this moment. Two things. Number one is, we have managed to, again, when you say that we need NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So the plant then absorbs the nitrogen from the soil and stores it in its body. Is that a right statement?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So what happens is then, if we take the parts of the plant that are not consumed by us humans, we have the waste part of the plant, right? And then we take all of them, we then compost them by burying them in the ground, allowing the bacteria and the worms and everything to interact. How can we say nitrogen is not there though?
So this is called green manure. And this is only possible with legume plants. What are legume plants? They have What exactly are legume plants? So they have rhizobium nodules in their roots. Which stores nitrogen. Again, nitrogen. So what happens in green manuring, that you grow a legume plant in your farm, let it, you won't harvest it. You just run your tractor and just make it into a compost.
The entire plant? The
entire crop.
What about us now harvesting the bean alone from it? You're saying we should not do that to make compost for that?
No.
You said we have to harvest the entire crop, right? I'm asking what...
We can't even harvest. We have to just shove it in the soil again.
But what I'm
We
saying
are just growing a crop just to.
but my doubt is, what if we extract, say for example, we're growing channa here. Okay, example, it's a legume, right? For example, we're growing channa. Say for example now, we decide to take that channa bean, the pod from each of the plants, and then we're doing that process. Would that be an issue? Would that reduce the nitrogen effect in it?
It will.
It will, because that means
The root needs to stay like how rhizobium survives.
But you said that is found in the root.
Yes.
But I am saying,
How are you going to extract? Like, are you going to pluck every single seed?
look,
You have to cut it
what I'm
down,
saying
right?
is, I don't know how this is done. I since you seem to have the knowledge, you let me know that. This is my doubt to you. My question to you is, say for example, there is a field here filled with a legume right now. Okay, we are using the harvester. It is capturing everything. Okay, so what is the process now we do to remove that bean from it?
The problem is we can't use a bean.
Not the problem. I want to know the process. What is the process we do?
The process is you grow a legume
Plant.
crop.
Okay.
Okay. And first of all, okay, whatever you're using. Okay.
But no,
let's
tell
say,
me the process. I want to know the process exactly.
okay, you grow a legume plant. Okay, not chana or anything else. It's a legume, not.
But why not? Channa is a legume only, so.
You need nutrients, proper nutrients. The legume plant, I'm sorry, I forgot the scientific name. Okay, so the legume plant it can't be consumed. Okay, it needs, the complete plant needs to be,
But again, I don't know if you understand my question. Do you get my question?
The problem is, even like you said that if we pluck out the chana and
Yes, tell me the
so
first,
you
tell me the
have to
process
wait
for
an
that.
entire season. Okay,
okay.
you say okay, fine, agreed.
No,
Okay,
tell me the process. I'm telling Kuldeep. Like, see, if I am right now a farmer, since I think you have more knowledge in this than me, right?
Okay.
So I am asking you the doubt. You teach me. I'm willing to learn. My point is that if this is right now my field, in which there is some random legume plants I'm growing here,
not
okay?
random.
For sake of example, why can't I just this isn't me. For my example, I am growing legume plants here, okay? And now I want to harvest from them the individual bean, which is what we consume, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is that process of harvesting the bean?
Okay. The legume plants are very small. Like my friend who couldn't come here is currently in 4th year growing soya beans.
Okay.
Okay, which is again a legume. Okay. So the legume plants are very small. Okay, this the height is very small. So you have to pluck it away.
Okay, so they have
Completely.
people go there and harvest it with hand, you mean?
Yeah, like even if you are using machinery, you have to pluck the entire plant away. It's not like cutting it.
Okay.
The height is so short. Okay, you have to pluck that entire plant away and then extract the.
How was that extraction done? Tell me, via hand or via machine or via what is done?
There are like different steps to it. Like you can do it in different procedures.
So no, that's important though. So let's say there are 4 steps. In step number 2, we managed to separate the bean from the plant.
Okay.
Assuming we still have the plant with us, right?
So it can't be used again. Once you have
you're
plucked
saying
it out.
that plant cannot be used for the compost.
Let's say even if
That's
you do it.
a question. So that plant, and in step 2 where I separated the bean, that plant cannot be used for compost. Is what you're saying? It can't.
Even
be.
like
It's
let
a
us
yes or no question. Bro. Can it be used or cannot be used?
no.
It can't. Okay, why? Explain to me why it can't be
Okay.
used.
So mean the bacteria.
Okay.
Okay. So when you have harvested it, it will take time to separate the beans, and the moment the rhizobium thrives in soil, you are taking it away from
And the
soil.
rhizobium is a chemical or it's a bacteria?
Bacteria.
It's a bacteria.
Yes.
Rhizobium. Okay, fine. Go
Okay.
on.
So the rhizobium can die.
Okay. Let's say it dies off. Okay, fine. It dies off.
It dies off, and it's no. If you put it again, it's just waste. It won't be that okay. Even if it's useful, once you have harvested, what point I was about to make. Even if it's useful, okay. First of all, it won't be that effective. It won't be that effective once you have taken it out.
Is it because of the lack of bacteria? Is there like
Lack of bacteria. Once you're like it's out of its growing state, there are other microbes trying to
consume it? Yes.
consume
yes.
it.
So,
Okay. So it's under. First of all, it's under danger out of
decomposition.
decomposition. It's under danger. It can die off. And effectiveness.
Okay.
Okay. Again, if you take it out, again put it back. First of all, labor and let us ignore that.
But I want
we are putting it back. Okay. First of all, low effectiveness.
Okay.
Other than that, even if this works, I'm saying even if this works, as I'm not a farmer myself,
but you have knowledge. You seem to have knowledge.
Yeah. Even if this works, so you're telling me you're going to waste an entire season of legume just to get your green manure.
And right now, that is one of the propositions I'm giving. I'm telling you, I am not an expert in this field. You told if we don't have dung, what else can we do? This is one of the propositions I'm giving at the moment, right?
Yes.
I don't think there has been any vegan scientist in the farming industry so far who has thought to himself, okay, what will we do tomorrow if we run out of cow dung? There has been no research done in this so far. So I also cannot make any definitive statement.
Yes.
I can't make. But what I'm trying to say is that looking at the track record of how we humans exist on Earth and how we manage to overcome every single issue we face through our technological advancements, I think we will definitely be able to overcome this also.
No.
That's all I can say. What else can I say?
Like whatever you overcome, okay, you just can't overcome certain things. There are some limitations to our growth, and agriculture is a very complex topic.
It is.
Yeah. So you're telling me that just to you just want to don't want to hurt an animal, okay?
No, that is not my statement. But go on.
Okay, you don't want to hurt cows. Okay, you don't want to hurt buffaloes.
If I can use the right word, I don't want to exploit animals. That is the...
Okay, exploit...
Oh, they're kind of a bit different. I am okay with hurting animals. I am okay with hurting animals in under certain situations, but I don't want to exploit animals.
Okay, hurting can mean
self-defense. We have to be really careful in these words. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. No problem. You don't want to exploit them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. The thing is, agriculture is an ecosystem in itself. Okay. So, have you heard the word keystone species?
Keystone. I think I might have heard this word, but I have not.
In ecosystem, there's a keystone species.
Okay, help me understand.
I can I see a deer. Okay, I understand that this lion is hunting the kids, and it's showing no mercy. Or there's this parasite. Okay, who is constantly sucking up the blood of this particular animal, and I think such a disgusting animal. Let's completely vanish it. So. What if that small parasite or this lion was a part of if this stops to exist, something else will collapse. It's a collateral damage. So agriculture is an ecosystem in itself. You remove one thing out of it, everything else collapses. You say, I want to remove cattle from existence. So the entire ecosystem of agriculture collapses. And it's not just about cattle. It's also about goat. It's also about sheep.
Right. So if I can just comment on that, I will have to say that I categorically disagree with that. Now, if in this point, let's say, for example, for hypothetical sake, right now, let's say all cattle vanishes right now. Okay.
Yes,
you're going to face a big problem. Okay. Because right now we do not have the technology. We do not know again, I could be wrong in this because I want to make people understand that when it comes to what you're talking about farming and all right now, you have far more knowledge. You have far more expertise on this. So I'm trusting what you're saying. Because I don't have the knowledge to defend the points that you're putting forward. The only argument I can place is that we humans can find other ways because we have always found other ways. Now, you can definitely have the right to say that if we right now in this current structure, it's like a deck of cards we have, okay, a bunch of cards here, kept like a house. Arvind, if you pull this one card here right now, everything will collapse.
Yes.
Right, is what you're saying. And right now, if I do that, yes, it probably will collapse. But if we are moving toward the vegan world, just like how right now we have found many nutrients that vegans could potentially be lacking in, like say vitamin B12, you must have heard of it, and how we vegans take B12 supplements. Like, if you had asked me 150 years ago, Arvind, if you become vegan, you will get B12 deficiency. True, Kuldeep, but guess what? In 2025, I can get a B12 supplement. The point is that we find ways. If there's a move, now the trajectory is going towards the vegan world. There will be scientists and others who do research. Again, that could already exist. I personally don't know of it. I'm not knowledgeable. But I think that this one thing will now collapse, everything, and humans will die. That's not how humanity has been thriving. Dude. Humanity will always live. We will find ways.
The thing is, we have already found ways. Okay, which is urea, which is NPK fertilizers. Chemical fertilizers are a substitute,
Mhm.
the natural,
Mhm.
which are we are from using till
We
now.
are using, yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
whatever comes to your house and my house are from almost like many of them are from NPK fertilizers and urea and other chemical fertilizers. We humans have found
Mhm.
ways to replace manure.
Okay. Okay.
Which was due to excessive use.
Mhm.
Okay, which we are due to consumption
Mhm.
are using in an excessive manner. Okay,
Mhm.
to produce
Mhm.
more farm. So you are telling me that we can come up with a new technology or something. So whatever new technology we have this humanity has come till now
Mhm.
was a backfire. It was a clear back.
But see, if we were to argue that, Kuldeep, you realize that we do not use so many fertilizers and GMO crops and all of this right now. It's not done because we want to ruin the soil. Our population is so high. The population of humanity has exploded. If we actually did not use it this way, we would be facing severe starvation. Would you agree with that statement? Without these fertilizers right now, we would be starving. We wouldn't be able to produce as much crops as we do produce.
The thing is, we won't be starving.
How would we feed?
How? There's a concept called sustainable agriculture.
Okay.
Okay. So in sustainable agriculture, you maintain the the amount of chemical fertilizers and the amount of compost you use. Okay. So in again, sustainable agriculture involves livestock.
I understand that. Yes.
Sustainable agriculture will involve livestock.
Yes.
So and even government and even all, you ask any agronomy professor, they will say that if let's say Punjab, I said it's a dead soil. Okay, if you want to revive the soil fertility of Punjab, it will take 20 years of sustainable agriculture just to retain the soil.
When you make these quotes, once I am going to be editing this video, can I send forth request for you to send me studies I can put on screen to show all this? Because I want to make sure that if either you or me are making a claim, we can definitely, you can send them those links to me later. When I'm editing the video, I'll reach out to you guys via email. Send me those links, because I want to make sure that if you or me is making a claim, we have to show the audience that we are making a fair, legitimate claim, not just randomly saying something.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a report of Down to Earth. I was currently studying this before this podcast, and they clearly said that it's a dead land. It's a dead soil due to excessive use of chemical. Even if speaking of ground, let's keep reports aside. Ground reality, in my village, nobody will buy wheat from Punjab. Nobody will buy wheat from Haryana because we know how much fertilizers were used in. So people avoid it because we know the sheer amount of fertilizers and chemicals they use.
Has there been any scientific study that's properly shown that consumption of such things harms the body, Kuldeep? Because as far as I know, I also do have friends who are in the scientific field. Of course, I don't have the knowledge they have, but they do tell me that these are things that we need not, like, these are exaggerated beyond belief is what they tell me. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that the conclusions are exaggerated is what they tell me.
The thing is, how evolution works, there are also weeds in crops. We just don't use fertilizers. We also use pesticides. We also use herbicides.
Yeah, we do. Yes.
We do. Okay. So currently, this my friend studying in 4th year is growing soybean. He just said that the excessive amount of herbicides he's needing to use, that one drop can kill 10 humans, and that weed won't die. It's Parthenium weed, and even with that amount of toxins, the Parthenium refuses to die. This is due to evolution.
What is by Parthenium? You're talking about a microorganism right now? You're talking about
it's a weed.
A weed. Okay.
Parthenium is a weed.
Okay.
Which can cause allergies.
Okay.
Like even he showed his finger that I had got this bruise in my hand due to Parthenium. Okay. So he has to physically pull it up because it has developed resistance against
I get it. Yes.
chemical fertilizer. So again, there's resistance. Again, they're constantly evolving.
Of course.
Against these chemical fertilizers. And again, you're using more and more toxins. Again, that toxins will
leach over.
Yeah, it will. First of all, it will leach in water bodies. okay, which will cause water pollution. It will also come into your plate. You can't wash everything off from that crop. Okay.
Right.
It will come to your some amount. Okay, let's say heavy metals. Let's say toxins from that chemical fertilizer, or let's say the herbicides we are using will come to your plate. Okay, which is the major concern right now. Fertilizers are causing soil infertility, which is like you can search as many reports as you want. Okay. So chemical fertilizers are causing soil infertility.
Okay, can I just condense this argument into a simple line if I can?
Yes.
What you're saying is you're currently stating an issue and you're saying that a solution for this issue would be through still using animals in order to get the solution that does not cause these kind of side effects. Is that like a fair statement of me to make?
Yes.
Okay. And the argument that I am putting forward is that although at the moment right now, I am not able to provide you with a solution the same scale you have, because this comes from years of decades and centuries of what humans have already been doing and so much of scientific research being put into your statements. I do not have that same level or background or what do you call it? You can even say like such research doesn't even exist right now on the vegan front. So I cannot make a similar argument.
The thing is, vegan or non-vegan, the Indian Council of Agriculture Research keeps on trying for different types of fertilizers or herbicides. They're constantly, whatever we are eating right now on our plate, whatever you are eating is a seed developed by ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Okay. That seed is coming from that institute. Was developed once in similar university, which is linked with ICR. Okay. Or was like it dates back to ICR itself. So being vegan or non-vegan is not ICR's concern. ICR concern is development of agriculture.
Right.
So ICR will is still constantly, the researchers are constantly searching for different types of manures, fertilizers, what plants we can use. Of course, we need a substitute for this. Even scientists want that we have a substitute of these chemical fertilizers or chemical herbicides, pesticides. And as of now, we can just like even if there is a plant, okay, which can be used for herbicide or let's say as a pesticide.
See, 1 second. I think what's happening right now is that our topic is divulging way too much into agriculture and not into animal rights. Like we have somewhat like left that the point. So we don't. I don't think these many details. If I may say this, these many details are not needed. The point, the claim that you're making, the statement you're making is that since there's a proper solution to the currently existing problem would be the proposition that dairy farming in an ethical manner is continued. That way, we are still able to use the manure from the animals for the crop, right? I don't think we have to go beyond this one because we're going too technical into this field. And in this podcast, I didn't want to see the audience watching also might get bored of this, me saying, because the main reason we are here is also to talk about the animal rights issues necessarily and not necessarily this. Like I told you again, for this, we'll probably have to drop this topic here. What I have to say is that we, as a vegan right now, and someone who's not necessarily too knowledgeable on the subject, I cannot give you a foolproof solution at the moment. I have to be honest. But I will still like to reiterate from my side that humanity can and will find solutions.
The moment you will find the solution, humanity will already be gone from this world. Because
No. I think we have to end this discussion at this point because we have been on this, if you don't know, for at least a good over almost 30 minutes right now.
Okay. No.
Would it be all right? Because I don't want to go too much delving into farming alone.
The problem is why I'm including.
You can give your final statement on this if you want.
Why I'm putting agriculture again and again in this? What's my point? Because agriculture and livestock are no different thing. Both of them are the same. Animal farming and agriculture. What are you doing? You're farming. You're producing a living being. Sentient or non-sentient is a different topic. What is farming? You're growing certain organisms for a consumption. Even ants do that, and humans are the main example of it. That you're growing certain organism for your consumption. Okay, so the thing is, both are interconnected. They are not different. They are the part of the same piece. And if you try to disrupt one, the other will follow. It's like it's like humans thinking I can do anything in this natural world and everything will be fine. And we are seeing what's happening.
Right.
Right?
So
You can't disturb the natural process.
You have to conclude that in 30 seconds if you can.
Okay. We can't disturb the natural process how the environment works. Okay. So we have to maintain that cycle, that manure to plant, okay, plant to animal, and so on. We have to keep this cycle alive. You can't remove one thing and say we can survive.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, I think I have also given what my counter argument was for that. So I guess this topic at the moment right now we'll keep it on the shelf. If we need to, we'll address it again later in the debate if we have to.
No problem.
Now we'll go back to this one right now, because where we went off into this whole topic was when you spoke about artificial insemination of the animal.
Okay.
And I made the statement that when you asked me like, so your problem as a vegan is you don't kill animals, you don't harm animals. I told, no, that's not the answer at all. I don't exploit animals. What I'm saying is that I believe that their body belongs to them, their children belongs to them, their skin belongs to them, their milk belongs to them. It is theirs, it is not mine. It's like how your body, your hair, your skin, it belongs to you, not to me. If I want something from you, I can ask you. If you are comfortable, you'll give it, or you'll say, no, Arvind, I can't give. Anything I do beyond that would be force. Why do you not see that same thing for cows when you say it's okay to artificially inseminate? That is their body, right? How do you justify doing that? Yeah.
See, why do I justify? Again, interdependency. Here, what exactly happening here in a good manner, okay, in a sustainable dairy farming, okay. So, there are 4 types of interaction in ecology, okay, and there's a topic called mutualism. In mutualism, both the organisms are profiting. Okay. So let me ask you one thing. What is the cow getting? Shelter in a good dairy farm. Shelter, fodder, and supplements. Supplements is like prepared by, like if you take government standards. Okay. The proper standards, if given in proper, it is beneficial and it's not like harmful for the animal. So if you take the general standards, it's very beneficial for the animal. Okay. Even if you are not getting milk from it, it's still good for that animal. Okay. Whether you are not getting milk or not. Okay. So it's still so what's the animal getting again? Shelter, fodder, and
veterinary care, you can say.
Veterinary care. I will also take care of any kind of diseases. I'll keep any kind of natural predators away from it. And what am I getting in return?
Can I say what are you taking in return instead of getting?
Yes, okay. What am I taking in return? Okay, I am taking in return. Okay, I am clearly taking in return is milk, and at last there's also, if speaking of meat, okay, then again another interaction, predation. Okay, where one animal, one organism is harmed and another is profit. So here's is negative and positive. So again, I took care of that animal for its entire lifetime. Okay, again, how farming works, I got that, I know you would say that I got that progeny in this world for my purpose. But I'm also providing that same animal the
quality of life.
Okay. Now, me torturing that animal its whole life, that would be cruelty, and I would condemn it. Okay. Torturing that animal the entire life would be, clear, condemnable act. Okay. So here, what's happening is mutualism plus, in meat case, is predation.
Can I just make a comment? When it comes to the word mutualism, and we use the word mutual, do you agree that both parties consent to it?
No, yeah, okay, fine.
Just a question. Do you agree that when we use the word mutual, if I say me and Kuldeep tomorrow are doing something mutually, do you agree that it means that Kuldeep and Arvind both have consented to it? Both parties have acknowledged each other, read the terms and rules and said, you know what, we are in. Is that is that a fair statement of me to make? If we say the word mutual, there is mutual consent. Is that right or wrong of me to say?
Okay, so you're speaking of consent. If that animal is happily...
No, not happily, but my point
okay,
is that that's a yes or no question though. Do you agree? If we use the word mutual in any scenario,
Okay.
mutual means consent is there. Is that right or wrong? Do you agree with that? Or can the word mutual be used if consent is not there? That's just a yes
Yes,
or no
it
question.
can be used.
Even
Why?
if consent is not there.
Let me tell why.
You feel so? Okay, go on, explain.
Okay. So in wild, there's no concept of like consent. The animal is allowing you to do it, so you're doing. Like, let's take
In the
an
wild,
example.
the animal is allowing me to do what exactly?
Okay, not us humans. Okay, mutualism exists in wild. Okay, let's take an example of Azula animina
What
or
is that?
lichens. Okay, lichens is the best example.
What is lichens?
Lichens is it's a mutual of algae and fungi.
Okay, but we're taking two insentient organisms as an example. Can we take two sentient if possible?
Okay, sentient. I have an example of animalism. I'm not getting the word right. Okay, there's another concept where one organism is not neither negatively affected nor positively affected, and one animal is is getting profits. Okay, is getting positively affected. Okay, there's a fish. I can't remember the scientific
That's a good name,
okay?
but just give me the example.
Let's take a shark, and there's a sucker fish.
Okay.
Okay, that sucker fish will stick to that shark. Now that shark doesn't consume sucker fish, and she's like, okay, fine, doing. It's stuck to me. I don't consume it.
Yeah.
It's there.
Oh, in the underbelly and the fins, they'll upside down. They'll be that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now, did that fish take a consent or anything? It was just unbothered of that fish, and it's like living.
I would like to contest your example at just one point. Animals they don't have the capacity to either give consent. They cannot give consent.
Yeah,
So
they are just unbothered.
Yeah, they might be unbothered, that is true,
Yes.
but they cannot. But we are now talking about a human being who understands the entire concept of consent and how things work.
Yeah.
And then we realize we are now dealing with an individual, less like we have a human child. A human child cannot, until they reach a certain age and knowledge, they cannot consent. They have no idea what's happening, which is why they're completely vulnerable to what adults do and treat them. In the same vein, these animals, would you agree, their mental capacity is like that of a human child only. They don't really understand what's going on too much. Okay. They can never say, yes, you might see positive body language, you might see negative body language from them, that is there. But we cannot use the word mutualism, because what I am disagreeing here with you is that I feel like we are romanticizing and beautifying something that is actually parasitic in nature and actually not mutualistic. Like, if I were to make a statement, I don't know if you've seen this video of mine, it also got like almost 1 million views or something, where a student asked me, like, if we have a mutual relationship with a cow, what exactly is wrong with that? Okay. To which I did tell her in the classroom, let's say right now I went to the streets, okay, and I found an orphan child. I took him or her home, I give them education, I give them food, I give them shelter to stay. Now, do my dishes, wash my clothes, press my feet. If just because I am now giving them certain things, do I now own or control their body and decide what to do with them? Is that really mutualistic or is it parasitic? That's the point I want to put forward to you as well.
First of all, I would like to say it's not parasitic. Why?
Which example? Which example? Human one or the cow one?
That human thing you said you like.
If I take
adopted
a child,
any child, let's take.
Not adopt, just take him home like that. It's not legal, I know, but for example's sake. Yeah, for example's sake.
Any parent, like naturally born or orphan, anyone, there's natural expectations. And parents will expect from that child that I have provided him this. And I also expect something in return. That this child, like even that student said, that if my parents have raised me, they will see their own benefit too. They will expect me to serve them in their old age. So there's their own, can say, selfish.
This is from the parents' point of view or parents' point of view?
Parents' point of view.
Okay, right. Yeah,
okay.
Right, yeah.
Even children have their own selfish. So everyone has their own selfish, and that's why mutualism exists. That I need something from you, okay, and I will provide something in return.
Yeah, but you want something from her, which is the dairy, and also you're talking about the manure. Since for manure I could not give a proper alternative, I will not speak about that, because only when I can speak about some alternative, I can rebut that. So that point I'll stand aside for now. But you are doing it, first of all, I believe dairy farming was started for obviously dairy. The cow dung is a byproduct, which is also useful for us in return, I'm just saying. But you are doing it for producing something which, as a human being in this modern day and age, you actually do not need. Would that be like a fair statement of me to make? Like, you are saying it's mutual, and you are doing that to her, and you are, if, for a lack of better word, violating her reproductive system, so that if you are making her pregnant, means what is this, bro? Like, what is it? Like, if we are humans are doing that, means what is that? Like,
so I am doing the same natural procedure, okay, in a different way. Why is this? In order to sustain things, okay. You are in a natural heat, okay. Now, in any condition, I can't take consent from that animal.
Right. No one can. Yeah.
No one can take consent from
an animal. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
I can just understand, okay, this animal is not bothering from whatever I'm doing. Like, I was going for a meeting with a professor, okay, not naming him. He was HOD in animal husbandry, also PhD. Okay, so he was with some school kids. Okay, so there he showed, like, he called that bull by name, and he was like very decent. He was explaining. I was standing in the corner, and he was explaining the kid, see kids, if we care for these animals, they will happily give in return. So
I would contest that. The reason being is, look, if there is a human or an animal and we are raising them from birth, we are giving them a name, we're treating them well, we say, come, of course they're going to come. Like,
yeah, so that's like that animal is happy.
Oh, that animal at that moment may be happy. I'm not disagreeing that. I'm not disagreeing the quality of life they're living.
What is the problem?
My problem is, that's where the word exploitation comes, the word commodification comes. That is where vegans are arguing that we have no right over their bodies, regardless of how we treat them. Their bodies belong to them, and we should not be somebody. And just give me 1 second. Is Nikhil not here? Bro, if it's okay with you, in my bag, in the middle zip, you'll find this one folder, one big file type thing, one orange and blue. I just want you to get that for me if you can.
This bag?
Yeah, the bag, yeah. Is there like a big orange and blue file? Somebody see? That one, I think. Yeah, pull it out. Yeah, you were touching it. Yeah, just pull it out, yeah? Yeah, just bring it here if you could. Thank you. No, I'm getting this because there's something I wanted to show. I brought something with me, that's why. I know, but we'll get to your videos as well, because you also wanted me to see certain things. Where do I get this? Yes. The reason I'm making this statement is I want you to have a look at this picture, and the audience already knows because they've seen the previous videos probably by now. I will not be putting up this picture on screen because by YouTube standards they may take down the video if you put such pictures, but you do get and understand what I'm trying to show. If it's already and you're comfortable, Kuldeep, could you please just describe to me what's happening in at least a few of these pictures, the bottom row ones, like what are they doing?
So this is artificial insemination in animals.
Yeah, and this is for the bull. They are attaching.
The student explained.
Don't touch the pen, but yeah.
I won't. The student explained that the bull has a feeling. Okay, I am taking out semen from him, but also the bull is certainly not. We have created this entire machine for that bull feels that he's actually in intercourse with a cow.
I know. Yes.
Okay, so we are also extracting semen, and the bull is okay.
Yeah, I get that, but would it be right if I made this statement, Kuldeep? Right now, you are trying to find solutions. By you, I don't mean just you. Obviously, people who are working in the animal ag industry and everyone who's involved in animal husbandry, animal breeding, they are finding solutions to problems that they themselves created. It is like saying, say for example, I took some petrol and poured it here, and then I lit a fire and said, it's burning. Now, don't worry, Kuldeep, I have a hose, I have a big water bottle. But buddy, if you did not burn the building in the first place, you wouldn't have to do that. See, but that's why I'm saying if we become vegan, these animals won't even exist. Why? See, we bring them into existence for the sole purpose of using their bodies for our benefit. Can you deny that? You cannot deny that, right? So we bring them into existence just to use their bodies for our benefit, especially in this modern day and age when dairy is no longer essential for human sustenance or health.
Dairy,
Maybe dairy, I would argue, yes.
Is essential.
You would argue the opposite. You feel it's okay. I'll make a note of that. We can get to that also later.
I'm not speaking on the nutritional aspect of it.
Or you mean that fertilizer? I mean the cow dung aspect? Is that what you're talking about?
Again,
which aspect?
From economic perspective, or from a sustainability perspective, dairy farming sustains farming in economic perspective.
At the moment, yes, it does. I'll keep this picture down for now.
Even if you date back, from 150 years, even before Green Revolution.
Yeah, for thousands of years.
And even thousands of years later too.
Yeah.
Even with human development.
Yes, but we have never once tried to break the chain, have we?
We have tried. See, that's where we have alternatives for nutrition.
When did we try to break the chain about animal farming? We vegans are the first ones, if I'm not wrong, claiming that animal farming is equal to human slavery. We are as far as I know, we vegans are the first one to say that what you are saying is a mutual relationship between you and the animal. We vegans are the first ones saying, no, Kuldeep, I disagree. That is equivalent to human slavery. We are the first ones who are saying this. Has anybody else said that before? How can you say we even attempted to stop this? We haven't.
So, why is this important from
economic?
Not okay, fine. I won't speak of the industry for now. I won't even get a reference of industry or any profits and all. But I won't get there.
Okay, but one argument you made was about the economy, and what you're saying is that many people are dependent on this industry. Or forget to say this is business. This dairy business employs millions of people. Fair statement. And if we took away the dairy business, millions of people lose their employment. That is
not just employment.
Okay.
This is not just about you have mentioned once that economy can shift.
You've seen that. Do you agree with that?
I have seen that.
Do you agree with that or disagree with that statement? Economy can shift.
Hypothetically, it can.
On paper it can.
On paper, it can.
Okay.
Off paper,
practically you're saying no.
No.
Reason being?
First of all, it's unskilled labor. Okay. There are unskilled labor involved in farming. Okay, and even in animal husbandry. Let's take example of a person living in front of my house. He has goat and sheep. Okay, mainly sheep and some goats. Okay, you said if we remove goat and sheep from them, they'll do some other business.
Yes, they'll be forced to. They'll be forced to do something.
They will be forced to.
Yes.
The thing is, they already have a shop outside their house, and they're also farmers. Now the situation is due to heavy rains in my village, all the farms have turned into little ponds.
Okay.
If you see that picture, you will just see ponds.
You've brought it with you?
No.
There's something else. Is it just in case I come there? Okay.
If you are all welcome. Okay. So if you see the condition right now, in this rainy season, literal rivers are flowing in mid of roads. Okay, and farms have turned into ponds. Okay. So this person also has a shop in front of his house. Okay, which is forget profitable. Okay, nobody buys stuff. Okay. First of all, again, it's a village. Okay, in village, we don't have most people don't have money. They work on credit system. And how credit system works, I own you money, forget about it. That's how credit system work in villages.
Meaning people
I bought a product from you. Okay, I'll give this later. That later never comes again.
And this person also doesn't go around asking for it.
How long are you going to fight that person?
Well, it depends on how much money you took from me.
But that's the point, 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 50 rupees, 60
small
rupees.
Means I wouldn't bother.
But that small, one by one, this person also is taking again loss. So that's how things work in a small village.
I get it, but what is the conclusion you're drawing? I understand your village right now, you're showing a particular situation, and since I don't know your village, I don't know the scenarios or anything, I cannot...
Again, how livestock helps a farmer, again, farming is a seasonal. It's a seasonal job. Okay, there's a season of wheat, there's a season of rice, there's a season of paddy. Every other crop has a season. Okay, I grew my crop, I took profits. what does the farmer do? Like if he does any other job, he needs to stay there. Okay, he's not an entrepreneur to work in his home and to work from home, and he needs to stay at that shop and also manage his farm.
Okay.
Instead, like as a poor farmer, okay, how this economic works, that what a goat is called, it's called a moving bank.
Okay.
Okay, in animal husbandry terms, it's called a moving bank. Why? You can extract milk anytime you want. Okay, this might even if this let's take exploitation out of this. Okay, what a goat is called? It's called a moving bank. Why? That farmer can take milk anytime. Okay, and again, if this crop is in loss, okay, this crop
he can rely on the goat to make money.
He can rely on the goat anytime. And the thing with goats is, you go to any dry region. Let's say you go to a colder region, you will find goats. You go to a hotter region, you will find goats. You will find goats in any mainly dry region and even some tropical too. Okay, so any poor farmer from any nation, Africa or India or the Himalayan region, you will find people who herd goats and sheep. Why? There, first of all, the availability.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
The diverse.
Again, I feel like I get the point. If I can just say it briefly, because I get what you're trying to say. What you're saying is that you are giving me an example where obviously right now you're saying how advantageous it is for this individual to have this kind of animal farming, because it's a moving bank, easily dependable if in case something else fails. And not to mention, if I were to now make the claim that everyone should become vegan, how can we give these kind of people who already are facing so much difficulties proper alternative or some other job? Again, like I mentioned in that video, I'm mentioning it here as well. Buddy, if you ask me, like say for example, Arvind is saying we have to go from point A to point Z. Arvind is saying, right, as of now, we will go from A to B, B to C, C to D. After that, even I don't know the way forward. We will have to find things together, and it's not going to be an easy journey forward. And as and when we go along, we'll change things around us slowly, because see, right now, this farmer, the person you're talking about, and everything that's happening in their life is they were born into this world, into a system that already existed before they were even born. Right. So they are right now doing the best they can to survive within the system. That's what's happening. Right. So what I am saying is that we are trying to create a new system. At this point in time, when you give me this particular example of what can this person do, of course the answer, Kuldeep, is I don't know. Of course I don't know. Not just as one example. You can give me 1,000 examples, I will say I don't know only what we can do. But that does not mean we now stop moving away from trying to change the system. We have to slowly try to change it. And I'm saying we can try to change it by us now taking accountability, at least only for the actions that we do, and stop doing that by being vegan. I don't know that you're, of course, you can name 10,000 other examples. I will not be able to give you a solution. How will I know?
The thing is, you're playing a blind man game.
Blind man game.
Yeah. So, okay. Shift from this to this. I don't know the solution to it.
I can tell the first 4 steps. Of course, the next 20 steps, I don't know how. Only after we reach there, it's like saying that you're in a dark corridor, and I'm going to go from this side of the corridor to that side. But only as and when I move forward, I can see little distance, what is there in front of me. From this side, I cannot see at 30-meter distance what's over there. That's a fair representation. So, but if I want to reach from this end to that end, I'll still have to move forward only. How else can I not move? That's the only way forward. Only way is forward only, right? So, I'm not saying I have all the answers right now.
Now, I have to again put agriculture in perspective. The thing is, they are really.
I get it. It ties back to that. I get that point of yours. It ties back to it. I'm not denying that. But I believe where we last left off before we went on this minor diversion is that you were saying that dairy is essential, and one point you raised was the economical point, right? What is the second point you raised actually?
Again, manure.
So those are the 2 points you're talking about. You're saying, so
first is economical. Second is manure.
Okay, do you agree that, see, again, the same example I gave in that classroom presentation, right now, if you go back, how old are you, can I ask you?
I'm 23.
23, very young. Okay, fine, I'm 33. So if we were to go back around 20 plus years ago, I was like a 10-year-old kid that time. At that time, we did not have a smartphone. We had people working in the DVD business, VCR business, cinema business. Then they used to make calculators. Someone used to make only a separate phone, only hand dial phone. So many different things were there. Computer, this thing, that thing. Now, since we have what we call this as a modern day smartphone, you realize that all these people had to shut down their business and change and find something else because this one device took over. Do you understand that? Like, it's like
I have seen that video of yours.
But just to explain to the audience.
I even asked the same question to the professors.
Okay.
So they answered that. Okay, this has your phone shows you time. Okay, you are still wearing a watch. Okay, why?
For style, only for style. For this shoot. Otherwise, I don't wear watches.
Okay, so even a common man, even not for style, still wears a watch. So watch industry didn't, even with smartphones. Smartphones didn't take away watch industry. What I'm saying, any new thing, can't completely dilute anything in existence.
To a great degree, it can, Kuldeep. Like, for example, if someone had to choose a low budget, they have to choose between buying a laptop or a smartphone, they'll buy the smartphone. It can do everything. You can do your projects on it, you can do video editing on it, you can research on it. Everything is there. Like,
you can do anything on a smartphone. But the thing is, how much more important to you is like, you can survive without a smartphone. Okay, if you try,
we can survive. Yeah, we can survive.
We can survive. Okay, I would say that smartphones have this disadvantages.
Features, yeah.
Disadvantages.
Okay.
Radiation, addiction. Okay, there are this. Just we used to live without smartphones back in the day. Let's just stop this. Okay,
but we're talking only from an economical point right now, not from an ethical point. We're talking only from an economical perspective. A smartphone, I'm saying, has taken over, and it has put plenty of others.
What am I saying? That even from an economical point of view, okay, what's the contribution of smartphone versus livestock? The sheer numbers we are speaking about. We are speaking about 43% of farmers in India. Okay, more than 43% of farmers in India who are marginal. Okay.
By marginal, you're talking about their status in society, or like, I mean, like, if I'm
not status in society. Okay, they are marginal farmers means they have very small land and very low income.
Okay.
43% of farmers are of low income and henceforth marginal. That they earn very less.
Okay.
Which is why suicide rates keep growing.
I understand.
Okay, due to losses. Okay, and again the middle farmers, okay, which are not marginal and not rich, are also around 30%, and the rest is large scale farmers. So you're speaking of 43%. Like, again, India's 70% population relies on agriculture. So out of 43% of them, you're telling me to affect them. Well, like, you're going towards. I have no problem anyone going vegan if your moral compass doesn't allow you to exploit animals, or like my moral compass doesn't allow me to eat meat, okay, or hurt any other animal, as I spoke earlier. Okay, I will I won't consume that product, or I'll stay away from it. That's why vegetarians exist. Okay,
and vegans exist. Yeah,
and vegans exist. Okay, that's why they exist. That doesn't mean that rest of the other things doesn't need to exist. They will have to exist if we want to sustain.
My only argument, I get what you're saying. Okay, first of all, I want to say I acknowledge and I understand what you're saying. My only argument to that would be, let me just go step by step, see if I'm sure you already understand it, but I'm just making my point a bit more clear. That is, I personally have an ethical problem with how we humans interact with animals. I have a problem. And that problem is not only when I interact with them, but if anyone interacts with them that way, I also take a problem. Right? You get my point. First of all, if it's just that I personally don't harm, Arvind doesn't want means, it's cool. We won't even be having this podcast. I won't be lecturing anybody. Like, nothing will happen. But I take issue not only when I am the one harming them, but if anybody harms them, I'm saying, no, it's wrong. Now, I am saying that I want to change the scenario. I want to find a solution. When that is my mindset, right now, all I can do is, if I want things to change, I can only convince other people to make different choices and then allow the economy itself to readjust itself. There's nothing more I can do. As someone with this message, every fact you lay forth is a fact. And I'm not trying to contest any of the facts you're talking. You're fully speaking facts only here. And everything you say is factual. But me, as someone who wants to change the country, someone who wants to change our perception and interaction with animals, I can only try to convince other people to make different changes. And I am saying in the long run, if suppose 10 years from now, there are hypothetically say 5 million vegans in India. Do you not think that will make us a small shift in the economical structure? Some farmers might move from breeding animals to say, I don't know, planting soya beans because many are eating tofu right now, or someone will form like a tofu plant. Do you realize that just by customer demand alone changing, it does impact the production? And therefore people right now are thinking, hey, it's more profitable to engage in vegan farming than it is to engage in animal farming. That in your particular village example, maybe right now it doesn't work. It does not work there. But there could also be scenarios where it very well does work.
Works.
So what I'm saying is, I have to start somewhere, Kuldeep. I may not have, like you are saying, Arvind, you're leading us, what's it, blind, something, what's the exact word? Some blind
man.
Blind man. Okay, fine. I will agree to that, yes. But with the current scenario and the system, and if this is my mindset, what else can I do? This is the only thing I can do. I can try to convince people in mass only.
Okay. I completely support your movement. Like I understand you are a good person, okay, who is changing people ethical thinking, that we shouldn't desensitize killing of animals,
exploiting animals. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be pedantic here. I'm not trying to be an ass. And the reason I'm saying that is because in the comments they'll come, see, he's in order to saying he won't kill animals, but he's killing mosquito. Because of those people, I'm just making sure I'm reiterating that one word. Yeah.
Please ignore the words.
Okay, fine. Sorry, go on.
Okay. So, where was I? Okay.
Sorry, I am trying, because I don't want to exploit animals, I'm trying to convince people. That's
you
the
want to try to convince people, which is a good thing. Okay. Even the people I was speaking to, even who were into Gaushalas and my father especially, who is into dairy farming, he says that you are doing a good job. Okay, from an ethical perspective. And from ethical perspective, even I would say that you are doing a good job.
Would you agree that a vegan perspective is morally superior to the vegetarian perspective? Would you agree with that statement, or would you disagree with that statement?
Seeing the current scenario of industrial, you are right. Okay.
In that regard. But
in
what
that
about,
regards, you are right. Okay, I won't say that your veganism sucks and
okay.
There's a what did I say at the starting, that there's the reason veganism exists. Okay, and it should exist. What's my point of view is that you continue your work. Okay, you are convincing people. What I think realistically, I think here is, instead of shifting farmers, you're like within a 10 years, okay, you won't be able to shift farmers, which is realistically speaking, you won't be able to shift. Listen to me.
Go on.
Okay, you won't be able to shift farmers. Okay, you will just decrease the demand. Okay, within the 10 years, you will decrease the demand, which will decrease the these chemically what do you say, that powder milk or adulterated milk. Okay, you will just decrease because due to excessive demand, there's a creation of adulterated milk, or fake milk. Okay, now I'm getting it right. Fake milk, fake paneer. Fake paneer, fake milk, and fake everything, like kind of things. Again, when I was here in agriculture of college, I saw some poor man raising some chicks. Okay, now I clearly know that this is not right. He is having a nest and there are some chicks, and this is due to clear high demand. And I understand why is he doing that and why this all goes, and how veganism can help this. Veganism in realistic purpose, like in realistic lenses, according to me, can only help in decreasing this adulterated milk and this steroid use or use of oxytocin. Okay, use of oxytocin or use of steroids in animal for raising them. It can only reduce that in realistic lenses. Okay, so I would just say that you are doing a good job. Continue this, and in realism, okay, what effects will this have? You can lastly lower the demand of milk and meat, and this will lead to lower adulterated milk and steroid use in animals. This is my realistic approach in vegan.
Your take on it?
My take on it.
Okay.
Realistically speaking, we very well know that whole world won't go vegan. We very well know that. That's a hypothetical situation. Okay, which vegans put that we want a vegan world. But realistically speaking, we can't have a vegan world. Okay. Realistically, I know that oxytocin will be used even within the 10-20 years, and also steroids will be used for chickens. But how veganism can actually help and how it can actually be helpful, that it can lower the demand, which will reduce the use of steroids in animals and dairy farming.
Okay. Can I just respond? Because I made a few points while you were speaking.
Yes.
One is you made a statement saying that farmers won't be able to shift even if you increase the demand, reduce the demand of dairy or say meat and eggs consumption by, say, again, all hypotheticals here. In 10-20 years, we have in this country 2 million vegans. It's a big amount, right? Say hypothetically, we have 2 million people who eat only plant-based food, 100%, okay? Why do you say that we won't be able to shift? Because my argument is that apart from the demand of dairy and eggs and meat decreasing, the farmer who is now basing most of his, say, income on that will be getting a loss, right? It's like what he's doing doesn't work anymore. And if he sees another opportunity opening up for him, which happens to be a vegan option, won't he jump ship there? Why won't he shift? Why do you say he won't shift? Like,
again, depends on what job is he getting. The thing is, what job is he getting apart from
let's say someone who used to run a dairy farm now has to work in an industry or like a factory where they are producing tofu. So he is like I don't know, he has to take care of putting on the switch to make sure that the cauldron is clean and all, some kind of job like that, like.
Okay, again, this soya bean farmer, you are saying there's a let's say increase in so again, why am I getting to agriculture again?
No, I don't mind you. But my point is that what I wanted to focus on was that you sort of made it like a categoric statement saying that this farmer, even if he starts getting a loss here, and even if he is noticing a profit there, he still will not shift.
No.
Why do you say that, Kuldeep?
Because, as I said, it's a moving bank. Even if that milk doesn't sell, even if that meat doesn't sell, he will consume it.
Oh, he will consume. Yes, I'm not saying he will become a vegan.
If you don't buy, if you refuse to buy, if people refuse to buy, first of all, he will use that milk for his consumption. He was already using that milk for his consumption.
As well, apart from selling. As well, yes.
Okay,
yes,
he was already using that for consumption.
Agreed, yes.
Again, if he was not eating that meat, let's say he's a vegetarian, okay, you if there's a scenario, I'm saying this is a hypothetical scenario, okay, there will be a scenario he might change into being a non-vegetarian. Why? Again, farming is complicated, okay, and yet he will still be dependent on those goats and sheep, okay. Even if
he is facing a severe loss in people,
he will continue it, because that he has seen in any condition, like in any kind of loss, like in recent floods, okay, people were not only saving themselves, like let everything get into a loss, but this buffalo and this sheep and goat, even if I as I say, the case study of the person who was living in front of me, he started with 2, okay, now he has 50, okay, so he can anytime, okay, in any let's say there's a kind of earthquake or anything happens, any kind of flood, any kind of situation, these are anytime helpful.
Right. So he might, but then would it be right for me to say, let's say for example, for in case of emergency, he's still going to keep some animals as reserve, but maybe 90% of the production might be cut down. Would that be a fair statement? He
Again,
might keep just as a reserve in case suddenly he could be moving back.
even if you don't consume it.
I'm saying now millions of people say yes.
Okay, even if millions, actually the population is in billions.
But I'm giving up more.
If 2 million across India don't consume, it won't make any change. Why? The consumption is in billions. So even if a reduction in a million, it's like taking bucket of water.
Take a drop from the bucket of water. Like it's like taking from a bucket of water.
It's like taking a bucket of water from ocean or a river.
Okay,
the river stays the same.
Right.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that you must agree tomorrow, if all vegetarians and vegans in this country decided to start eating meat, will the demand go up or will it go down?
The demand will go
up.
Yes.
So similarly, surely it wouldn't be a stretch, Kuldeep, for me to say that if 2 million vegans exist, it is going to affect the economical chain in some way or the other. To say that it will have no impact is something I'm having a little difficulty in swallowing, like this statement of yours. Like, if you say it won't have I'm not saying it will have the grandest of impacts, but if 2 million people are eating only plant-based food right now, it will have an impact, really more employment in other industries right now happening. That's the whole point. Like,
again,
a person who could have potentially become a farmer may have chosen to go to some other industry because...
So what vegans eat? Plant-based food?
Plant-based food, you can say, yeah.
So how are you going to grow that?
Through agriculture.
Mm-hmm. So where would you get that land? For this much population?
The already existing land that we are using right now.
Okay.
And
so
also through...
keeping the demand in perspective, how are you going to yield more? Already soil fertility is going down. Okay. So how are you going to get that much yield for this more demand in...
There are only two arguments I can make for that. One argument would be, right now, I believe there are certain amount of crops that are grown in this country solely to be used as animal feed. Purely for that. That land can now be used by vegans, number one.
Okay.
Second would obviously be through import and exports. That's the only way. Because even right now, all the food that we consume in this country is not grown on Indian soil. It comes from out as well. So these are the only two options.
Okay. So you say it's your main... only grown for animal consumption is corn and corn.
But soy also, right? No, soy is also used as animal feed, right? Soya
is a oil seed. Soya is used for making oil. Okay, soybean oil. So soybean is mainly grown for oil purpose. Okay. It's extract and again, if you shift to tofu, again there will be more demand of soybean. Okay. Even the oil industry needs it, and even vegans need it. Raise of soybean in demand. Okay. Again, there is already lack of growth in pulses in India. Why is it? Not because of demand. Demand is already there. Even non-vegetarians eat pulses. So why is it not being able to grow in India in that amount that we are having to export it? Why we are having a lack? Because marginal farmers cannot afford heavy machinery. Pulses is a heavy machinery based crop. Okay, again what I said is a short height. You can't physically pluck. You know how small grains are? Pulses.
Yes.
You can't manually pluck them. You need heavy machineries. Okay, and marginal farmers can't afford that. Okay. Again, there are climatic conditions. We are mainly rain-based. Agriculture in India is a gamble of rain. Okay. If there is a rain, there is a crop. No rain, no crop.
Okay.
So again, if there is again climate change. Okay. So due to climate change and other let's keep climate change aside. Okay. Normal climatic conditions. Okay. We are mostly dependent on rain. Okay. So due to environmental reasons, again pulses are very hard to grow in India. which is again.
I believe even right now the most amount of our pulses we are importing them, right? We are. Yeah.
And fun fact, pulses originate from India. Most of pulses originate from India, and we are the importing country,
right?
Due to these conditions.
Okay.
Okay.
If I can make just one comment on that, you did mention the example of soybean oil, but you do realize that soya chunks come as a byproduct of the soybean oil production, which is something also we vegans consume for protein and calcium.
Okay, I understand that. But again, how are you going to grow that amount of soybean? That's a so you said that I again asked for 3 days. Okay, I was you. In front of my professors. I was asking the exact same questions from your videos and what you are saying me right now. I was asking the same questions to the professors. Again, they said that looking at the human consumption, okay, what we are producing for animals is giving us more return. Then we see that, okay, we see it from an ecological perspective that 10% comes from plants, then decreases by 10% to animals, and again decreases to us due to
that change in calories. That one level to the next level it is going.
We see it from an energy level, but
yes, energy level,
we don't see it from a from the perspective of
practicality.
Practicality, okay. Practicality that this growth of corn will be fed to this buffalo and this cow or
chicken,
any chicken, and I'm also getting dung. I'm also getting urine for as a natural fertilizer. I'm also getting dung for manure. I'm also getting milk for my dairy purpose. I'm also getting meat for my consumption purpose. You are saying me that I want to stop all this and want to survive.
That is pretty much true what you're saying, yes. Yeah.
You want to see what the agronomy teacher said, that agriculture in itself is a biodiversity. Okay, you understand biodiversity?
I know what you mean by that.
See, biodiversity.
Can I quickly just make a comment on this? So again, like I said, there is only two things. So one was the question you asked me was, how do you plan on getting this much food if people start shifting over to plant-based food? So my first answer to that was, first of all, if there is certain land right now in this country, I don't know the exact percentage of this, you might know, that is being used extensively to grow crops only to feed to farmed animals. Some of that land can be used to grow the crops now that vegans eat, if it comes to a scenario where we literally don't have croplands. Second thing is, like I already mentioned, Kuldeep, even right now, a lot of the products we are consuming right now in India are not necessarily made in India. They come from abroad. They do already that. So if that system already exists, why is it considered odd or at all like not acknowledged that vegans can still choose that option? Again, see, here's the thing. If say instead of agriculture right now, you say you were an economist, you would be sitting here right now and be saying like, Aravind, if right now this much percentage of this much tax is being used as subsidies for dairy industry right now, are you telling me this much money should be moved from here? Only thing, I am not an economist. I am not a farmer. Okay. So I cannot give you in-depth answers on these questions. I'm not saying the points you're bringing forth are invalid at all. I'm saying they're valid points only. But to answer your question, you told, so are you telling me you want to change a system where we depend on animals, we convert these crops into nutrients through their bodies, and then we get nutrients from the animals, and then also, which is one of the efficient ways in which we're doing it right now. And not to mention, after that, we'll also not be getting their dung or urine or any other things we can also use as byproducts to continue the agro cycle, right? And the answer to that is yes. And like I told you, I have solution right now to A, B, C, D. I cannot see more than 10 meters ahead of me in this dark corridor. But my only claim I can make is that we have to find ways forward. And as you can say, probably as insipid or as much as, what's the right word I can use here? As unclear, or I'm not giving a precise answer, I can only give if I had one. When I don't have a precise answer.
That's the biggest problem.
But that's what I'm saying. I am basing this, say, you can say it, I am trying to deduce this based on logic, you can say, okay, based on way the current economy is structured. And if possible, regarding this economy and stuff, we might have to move on to the next, because I also don't want to linger too long on this one topic. If I'll probably like just finish off my statement right now. And if you have like one more final thing you want to say, I guess we will mention that, because again, I don't want to remain for too long. If it's okay with you, right? Because we have to touch multiple topics, right? So yeah. About economics, again, these are valid points you bring forth. These are points that we humans have to face. At the moment in time, first of all, I am not aware of the alternative ways of farming to this. I personally do not know. Maybe the research already exists. In case it exists, I'll put it as a link on screen, and if people want, they can look into it and they can read it out if it's valid. I won't put any invalid research like that. And second thing is, what I'm again arguing is that humanity, this is the same species. When there were 2 atom bombs dropped on 2 cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they still came back alive and they are thriving there right now. This is the same species where, regardless of whatever kind of natural disasters or war or famine or any kind of medical condition or plagues and diseases you put the species through, they find ways to survive. Because why? They want to survive, so they will find ways to survive. What I am saying right now is, let us take, I know this is where I'm making a big stretch. That is, let us take into consideration the suffering of these animals also, and then trying to find ways to move forward where we accommodate them as well. That the issue is, we have to now take into consideration suffering of animals, which is what people don't want to do. So my only argument is that I am very confident, looking at human history, that for every single problem we had, we have found solutions. These are also valid problems you bring up, and I'm very confident that we will find solutions for these. This is all I can say at the moment right now. You can give your statements on this issue if you want right now. Your finishing statements on this.
Like, things don't work based on confidence. Okay, we have to see it from a realistic perspective. You can't make statements like, okay, we can move away. Smartphones became a thing when they were invented. Nobody ever said that, okay, stop wearing watches, stop using calendars, stop this. One day the smartphone will come and will replace everything. Did that happen? No. Smartphones came into existence and then people shifted. You're telling me that, okay, we will find a solution to this, let's stop this. First bring solution and then stop.
But solution, okay, fine. You go. This is your statement. Sorry. You go on.
Okay. Is smartphone came as a solution, and then the economy shifted. Okay. Now you're telling me first stop. Okay. It's like stopping calendars first, stopping watches first, stopping any kind of what phones provide, telephone booths or anything kind of stuff. Okay, stop all these first and let's wait for smartphones. That's illogical. That's clearly illogical, that which is already running, and you're giving me a hope that something will in future will replace this, and let's wait and we'll find some other ways that which will replace all these things one day. What if that doesn't? Let's say millions of people agreed to you. Okay, today how many subscribers? 200k, let's say. Okay, tomorrow you have some, let's say 50 million subscribers. Okay, 50 million people agree to you and turned into vegan. Okay, what if this creates a disrupts imbalance in the market? Okay, and again the farmers are struggling in all this manure and livestock and all the things, meeting the demand. Okay, and again there's again new problem created, that due to high demand. Okay, again you created a demand in tofu, and yet we don't have a soybean crop. We yet don't have manure, enough manure. And what we are seeing in a negative aspect, what can be the negative effects? That what we are seeing is that companies who are making tofus, okay, we can make at home, but not everyone can. Mostly what people will do, they will buy vegan products. So due to this disruption in market, what these vegan companies are doing, they are mixing stuff. Instead of tofu, they are just giving adulterated, due to high demand in milk, there was adulterated paneer. Same thing, due to high demand of tofu, there can be adulterated tofu.
Right, and therefore?
Yes. Therefore, if you are saying, again, we don't have a solution and we are going for a change, that's the problem. You don't have a solution to many problems I just stated. You don't have any solution to any of these problems, and you are still saying we need to change. What any agriculture, economist, animal husbandry will say, okay, we will stop this cycle of dependency on animals. Fine, give me the solution. Give me a natural solution for cow dung and cow urine. Okay. Give me a solution for dairy. Okay. You can say tofu, but it's again interconnected. You can say that, okay, farmers can just shift to other things, but again, 43% of population in India are marginal and dependent on this. So, okay, what's the permanent? First bring the solution for them and then bring the changes.
Right. So since I told this is your closing statements, it wouldn't be fair if I again give my own speech, but can I just say one line if I can, just one small thing. In the previous page when you were writing that, I noticed you were mentioning how you are making all of these statements with, you give a solution first and then you say we can make, when it comes to smartphone came, then people began buying and then it came as the main thing. Here you are not giving the solution, instead you are just saying change solution will happen along the way. Am I right?
No, as smartphones came into existence, as you are speaking right now, you don't know the solution of it.
Right. No, again, what I'm saying is that smartphones came, nobody first was saying stop using watches, stop using calendars, smartphone is coming. Then when it comes, you start using it. Nobody was saying that. After smartphone came, people chose to adapt to it. Similarly, what you're saying to me is that you give me a proper solution, then people will, obviously, if they want to, they'll adapt to it. Exactly.
Yes.
But that's where one thing I want to argue here. And again, I think I will just give this one small line. We no need to go more back and forth. We've been long enough. But my line will again still be that I am giving the solution in the sense that individuals can choose to change their own life through the choices they make, and that will affect the economy. And when the economy is being affected, the way it is set up in a capitalistic society is that the market, the way it flows, if one sector goes down, another sector has to go up. Especially since we're talking about food right now, when one demand of one sector goes down, another sector has to go up, and therefore from here things can fill there. That can be my only closing statement. Would you be okay with just ending it here, or do you?
The thing is, for it to go
in
up,
1 minute you can complete. Yeah, after
you are saying it has to go up.
Yes, in regards to food at least. Yes.
The thing is, it has to go up. The thing is, in terms of food, okay, from where it comes from, it just simply can't go up. It's so, agriculture economics and normal economics are two different things. Okay, they work differently. Okay, this is a very sensitive area. Okay, and it simply doesn't. Why do you think we grow this much amount of wheat and why do we focus on wheat? Why do we focus on barley? Why do we focus on these grains? Why do we focus on grains?
Not exactly sure. You tell me. That is
the reason
majorly consumed.
Not just consumption. Okay, consumption is high. Okay, we could also we export wheat. We export these grains. Yet why is it so in market? Okay, so the reason is that the rest of the fodder is used for cattle. Okay, so thus double profits. The grains are used by humans. The rest of the fodder is for animals. Speaking, I'm getting into technical stuff again. So speaking of cows, the best fodder for them is peanuts. Okay, peanut fodder is said to be best. Then comes jawar. Okay, then comes the lowest would be this wheat. Wheat fodder is said to be the worst for them. Yet okay, for if mixed and it can be used. So again, why grains are so popular in India is because again the rest of fodder is used for animals. Again, there is a chain here. You are using the grains for humans, using the fodder for animals, getting manure from another chain. So just why am I saying that this is a deck of cards? Because many things around it are interconnected, especially in farming. Okay, many things are we can't. Why is it called Keystone? Why this term Keystone
species? You said
why it was named Keystone species? That there was a theory that you are in an aeroplane. Okay, you're sitting on a seat. Okay, you said okay, this nut on this seat is having no purpose. Remove it. This again another seat nut has no purpose. Remove it. You keep removing more nuts, the seat will come off. You keep removing more nuts, some other part will come off. You keep removing. At certain point, you might reach that motor, which is the engine of that aeroplane, and you never know which nut bolt you are removing in a ecological perspective. You might kill all can say poultry, all chickens in this world. Like I want to save them from exploitation from humans. Therefore, I'm killing. Let's say you once said that.
One second, but we were wanting to conclude this topic, but I think we moved it elsewhere. Yeah.
Okay, I would. Sorry, I'm getting into technical stuff. That again. You once said in a video that if you had a button to make all these animals extinct, if you had a button to make these animals extinct, if you had a button to make this poultry chickens extinct, you would push that. But you never know what would that extinction make a difference. You will never know that. We kill the dodo bird due to human. Why do you think we are saving wild animals? They look good?
No, the conservation, I get it, for the environment, yeah.
Yeah. Why are we saving Bengal tiger for tourist purpose? No.
I get the point, yeah.
We want, we are again in any sanctuary. Okay.
Hold on, we don't have to go this. You can conclude it in short. We are doing it in order to conserve the environment, because if one part of the link is removed, one link is removed from the chain, the entire chain collapses.
Yes. Same thing is with farming.
I get it. That was your statement.
Farming is an ecosystem, and if you remove one, no matter how many technologies humans have, we still have a lot of technologies. We have a lot of machineries. Okay, there are.
Wait, hold up, buddy. We have you keep going.
No matter how many technologies we have, we still can't replace this.
Sure. So what I'm going to say to this, if we can just cover up this topic, is that, as I told you earlier, you're bringing forth valid points, and when I don't have an answer, I can only say I don't have an answer. So what I have to do is I have to do my research, and as this video is being recorded, the entire thing is going to be published online, right? And by seeing this, other vegans, if they have solutions, maybe they can respond. If I too can now do a deep dive on every single, because you're bringing forth points that I had previously either not considered or not learned about before, right? So I can also do my own research. Maybe I could find better answers. I can make a video responding and answering these questions. But yes, I overall, as a crux, I get what you're trying to say. You are saying that it's interlinked. If we remove one piece, the entire whole thing collapses. That is what you're saying. All right, got it. Now, what I wanted to say to you was that you also mentioned how, if I can just make this point, how if we vegans did this, it would technically create an imbalance. You know what? No, actually, this point would not be a valid one. Just wait it.
It was just a hypothetical situation.
I know about this point. No need. But I just want, since going, so I am going back to another topic right now. And after this topic, I think I'll want to check out the videos that you brought as well. The topic that I want to bring about is that See, again, when it comes in regard, you are saying that you are doing this because you are part of a system and it's a cycle and as of now. But have you, Kuldeep, from your side, since you are coming from that farmer background, you are coming, you said you are an accountant, right? So how did you gain knowledge about all of this? Can I understand? Like, how did you get knowledge about farming? And is it because of where you have come from, your own personal experiences, what you've seen?
I was at College of Agriculture, Pune for... I said I'm first coming to Pune on 15th. On 16th, from 16th to till 19th. Okay, till the night of 18th, I was at Agriculture of College Pune, and it is one of the oldest colleges made in India. Okay, it was made by the Britishers. The building is still standing, made by the Britishers, and it's one of the oldest agriculture college in India.
Right.
Okay, so the knowledge comes from already I have studied for ICAR, the entrance exam.
Entrance exam for what exactly?
For for doing BSc in agriculture.
Okay, you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. Okay, so I have studied. I had taken a 2-year drop to study for the entrance exam of ICAR. Okay, but I couldn't clear it. So I have some knowledge of NPK, urea, and again organic manure from that. And then the biodiversity and again the dependency of marginal farmers on livestock comes from the professors which I met. One of the the HOD of animal husbandry. He was he's a very busy person. As I said, he was. I was lucky. I was very lucky to meet him, and he was just walking. Okay, just keep saying me, and I'll answer as much as I can. And he's a type of person to always carry evidence with him. He never speaks without evidence. If you're speaking with him, he will present to you. He will keep presenting evidences in front of you. At that moment, his laptop was not available, or he said that for now I don't have my books with me. I don't have my laptop with me. Maybe someday I can send it to you. Okay. He was even being so busy, he was ready to help me. So again, my experience comes from the professors, as I said, assistant professor in agronomy. I was also going to meet professor of soil science department. Okay, there's also a soil science, there are different departments. So I was also going to meet the professor in soil science department, but he was not available. So even after I'll be again going to Pune. Even after this debate, I'll doing my own research on first.
The reason why I asked you this question actually, the reason is because you seem to be quite well informed. Have you ever tried to? The reason why I'm asking this is because I am still thinking. Someone like yourself who already cares. You see, you are not like the typical person I debate with. Okay, typical person says, for lack of a better word, F animals. Screw them, let them die. I don't care. Let them bleed. I still find it tasty. That is the usual people I argue with. You are not saying any of that. If I'm not wrong, you also have a soft corner and wish to be respectful towards animals. We disagree on the dairy part, the impregnation part, but overall you have no intention to harm animals. My idea's thinking is that if someone of your sort, why not flip over to the vegan side and then try to, now you can be the person who paves the path and finds the way forward as to how we can do things. It's
I have thought about it. Okay, I would say that I would support veganism. Okay, I would actively support you while being a vegetarian, because I clearly know that my source of milk is not of cruelty. I get my milk from Gaushala, from my own the village, the Gaushala of my village, which was inaugurated by my grandfather. So I get my milk from there. I visit it every day, so I clearly know where I am getting my milk from. And I would support veganism while being a vegetarian actively. Okay, I would actively express that I have been a part of cruelty, wearing leather products, and okay, if you can shift towards plant-based products, and if you want to be a vegan, I would say, okay, if you are, what I would say, what my stand would be, if you are living in a tier 1 city, okay, you should turn into a vegan. If you are living in a tier 1 city. Why? You're getting your milk from a big dairy industry, and I clearly know that cows there are exploited. So your war is against the industry.
Go on. I'll comment later, but go on.
Okay.
Go on.
What am I saying? The people living in tier 1 cities should go vegan, because I clearly know where that milk is coming from. The vegetarians living in tier 1 cities should go vegan, because I clearly know where that milk is coming from. Okay, if that milk is coming from this research institute where I visited, I was not allowed to videograph it. I didn't have I didn't take photos. I have it in my mobile. Okay, so I was allowed to take photos. So I saw the entire system, how it works, and I can clearly say that there was no exploitation involved. Okay, even if we disagree, I am ready to say it in public that there is no exploitation involved. So if your milk is coming from an industry where you very well know that animals were exploited, I would say go vegan. Okay, so but seeing it from a larger perspective, okay, from a human survival perspective, you cannot change this chain of dependency.
Maybe no other chain. Okay, I get it. I get it. That's where you're making a stance. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, if before we go to the videos and see what you wanted me to see about the Gaushalas and all, I just wanted to talk about this. See, when you again make the claim that since I don't have answers to those points, obviously we're ending the topic on that, because I have just given my side what I think is the right way forward and what I can tell with my current knowledge right now. So, but this other thing when you keep mentioning that it is not exploitation, like right now what you do in your Gaushala to the cows and stuff, that is a big disagreement I do have with you. And I would make the argument when you did say in the beginning that it is mutual, and that artificial insemination, or be it even like extracting semen from a bull, or all of this, we humans are bringing them into earth for the sole. This is again, leave the chain aside for now. Let's try to look at this issue right now without looking at that whole cycle which you told is dependent on everything each other. Okay, let's look at this separately. As a separate issue, the fact that we humans are bringing them into existence for the sole purpose of using their bodies for our benefit, when given the option that we can choose not to do so, again, that's a very important stipulation. When given the option, because I know there are many people who are eating in this country probably meat, dairy and eggs from a very impoverished background. I still think the exploitation is wrong of animals, but unless I give them a solution, I cannot go and condemn them for what they're doing. If some human being is literally for survival, they're doing that. At this point in time, there's nothing I can say. But again, I'm stating, bringing them into this world for exploiting them for something we don't need from them necessarily is 100% exploitation. Like that I don't think we should romanticize it, especially when you made the statement that this is a war against industries. That is why I keep going back to a statement saying no, it's a war against exploitation.
So how do you define exploitation?
Exploitation, I would define it as, we can do two things. I'll first give my definition, then I'll pull out my phone and we'll see what the internet definition also is. Okay. My definition is, when it comes to animal rights at least, is that we are using their bodies for our benefit. That is exploitation. We should not be using them at all. This includes not just for, by the way, milk animals. I'm talking about even pet industries. They breed these. I'm saying human beings should not use animals for anything. No using of them for anything. Horse riding, all of that, equally wrong. I'm putting them all in the same category. Zoo, circus. Zoo is what we pay a ticket to go and get entertainment. Circus also is the same thing. Or I'm putting them all under the same category as exploitation. Since it's a good question you asked, I just want to Google and see what exploitation actual definition is. Let's see it. Just give me a sec. Exploitation meaning. Okay, this is from Oxford. It is saying the action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work, or the action of making use of and benefiting from resources. So in this definition, I would say that animals, we have categorized them clearly in our both our human view and in law as resources. They are objects and commodities that we use for our benefit. So,
me, Harish, animal is not a commodity. Let me
go on.
complete. Animal is not a commodity. Food is an essential commodity. Okay. We own a horse and a dog.
You do? Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
We own a horse and a dog. What my father says is, this horse will, she's a female, will one day go to our house. Okay.
Go to our house.
Go to our house means she will be sold one day. We won't be keeping her permanently. So what he said that we will one day sell her. Okay. Till that she is living here happily. Okay. We will keep her as long if she doesn't get sold, we will keep her for personal reasons. Okay. The dog is permanently here. Okay. So this horse is not a commodity. If we are selling it, the price is not for the horse. The price is what we fed her every single day. Okay. That's my, can say, aid. Like I contributed my own life savings, okay, towards this animal. Okay. I gave her feed. I gave her fodder. Okay. So she like we also have a bonding. Like she very
I know, they're very close to humans. I understand.
Okay.
That, yeah.
We have a clear understanding. Like she used to bite. Like she would if I came close to her earlier, she would try to bite me. Now she doesn't. She's completely used to me. She's very used to everyone. Like we would clearly feel bad if we sell her, but the price is not for that horse. The price is for what I provided that horse for my the entire life. That I gave her fodder, I gave her supplement. You
explained that in the beginning.
Okay, I picked her dump. Okay, my mother picks that horse dump. Sometimes I help her. Okay, so I can't decide the price of this horse, but I can decide the price what I invested there. Okay, that's the point.
So again, this is where I will argue. I will argue, if you say this is not commodification, if I replace the horse in this scenario with a human being and did the same thing, would that be fair, is my question.
Okay, fine. I have to think about it.
You can think about it.
I knew you would.
You can think
put
about
this
it.
out.
Yeah, the reason is because you might be wondering why this guy, because many people who I sit here and talk to, every time I bring up some example like this, they'll be like, oh, you're comparing humans to animals. How can you compare humans to animals? They'll keep saying that. Which you say you can?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I find you sensible in that regard. I think humans and animals are very well comparable because both of us feel hunger, both of us feel pain, both of us value our lives. It's just the same experiences in a different body. That's what's happening. They are less intelligent, we are more intelligent. That's it. Apart from that, whatever me and you feel is what they also feel. And if you're someone who's interacted with animals, you will know this as a fact when interacting with them, how they behave. So, first of all, thank you for not even asking me why I'm comparing humans and animals, because man, for the past few debates, I've spent enough time arguing why the comparison is valid. But my point is this. See, the moment we take another living, breathing, sentient creature and we put a price tag on them, the moment we put a barcode on them, we are commodifying them. That is literally, we are turning them into an object that can be sold. Commodity means an object that can be sold and purchased. But I am saying that just like how in earlier times they used to have slave trade, I see this as slave trade. We cannot. Now, about the horse, like if you have her, you can either choose to take care of her, or if you can't, means let me know. I will find a permanent. You are located in Rajasthan, right? I'm from South India. I have two friends, one in Kerala and one in Tamil Nadu. Both of them run sanctuaries where there are hundreds of animals who stay there for free. They get shelter, food, everything till the end. They're completely fine. They are not used or exploited for anything. So I would say, please contact me and send her over. I will find a place for her. Please don't sell her. Don't do that to her. I will find a place for her to stay. Because she is not an object, she is not a commodity. She should not be having
we haven't
decided yet.
Okay. And we are ready to if we have raised till now, we can raise till our death. We can take the potential to raise.
What do you use her for, if I can ask? What do you use her for? Is she used for something?
No,
She just stays in the Gaushala. She just runs the
at our house plot.
you have enough space there for a horse.
Yeah,
Really? That's a big place you have?
it's a village.
Okay. So she just runs around, she eats, sleeps. Do they sleep?
Yes.
I have my friend's horse. I have never seen her sleep so far. I have never even seen her sit down. Always standing.
Why this common trope in horses that in wild, and even throughout human civilization, like they were used in war. Okay, they were even not used even in wild and even in wars. There were constant danger. Okay, which is why they developed that. Okay, I need to stay aware anytime.
Okay.
So some now they are used for normal traveling purpose or racing purpose. So some horses developed that even our horse, she used to stand if anyone was around. Okay, that she was aware.
Okay,
that if there's a danger or not. Okay, but slowly after adapting, she's comfortable.
I got it. Okay. It's like a genetic predisposition. They have it like that.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. So, if I can just ask you though, would you then, by what example, obviously you can think about this, no urgency in the answer, would you still reconsider your position or opinion on the fact that regardless of what you do to animals, will you agree that it is exploitation when you are using their body? There is no consent between human and animal, and when we are doing it solely for our own benefit, it is commodification and exploitation. Like, would you agree with the statement, or would you still reject that statement? Is my question.
The thing is, we are just doing what any other animal does. We have just created a system. The thing is, we many people compare humans with lions. I would like to rephrase it. Okay, if lions had the brain of us, what would they do? They would sit on a table, demand a cooked deer on their plate, and there would be a butchering place for deers to kill.
Right.
Okay, so if lions had that brain, they would also create this system for everything to be ready on their plate. You once said that we just kill animals for the taste of our tongue.
The vast majority of animals being slaughtered, people consuming meat, dairy and eggs is not for survival. The vast majority is not.
Everything is a delight. Any type of food, like we don't consume anything raw. Everything will be cooked and for the taste of our mouth. Okay, so everything is a delight. Everything is a delicacy.
Okay.
Until you feel the scarcity. Until and unless there is a scarcity of rice, wheat, and other crops, you will feel that there's something missing on my plate. Otherwise, you are sitting there ordering if you're at a hotel ordering your food, you're having a delicious meal, let's say poha or something else. It's a delicacy. You're eating for your taste of your mouth.
Right.
And if someday you're faced with a scarcity of it, you will panic.
I will panic if I don't. So if I can just comment, I will panic if I don't have enough food to feed myself and my family. Then I will definitely panic. I will agree. But when you again talk about taste, I don't necessarily have an issue with taste. I don't have a problem with people enjoying tasty food. My point is that we go ahead of exploiting animals only for the purpose of taste. Okay, if the choice is between nutrition through plant-based and synthetic options or nutrition between animal option, the people choose the animal option because it's tastier. That's
the thing. It's not just about nutrition. Again.
That's why I'm saying it's unfair, because taste is a sensory pleasure and we are now justifying exploiting, force impregnating, separating babies from mothers and then finally killing them, all because it tastes good. Whereas when it comes to plants, they are insentient creatures. Do you understand that the clear distinction here? Getting taste from an insentient creature to getting taste from a sentient creature, that's where I'm saying I disagree.
The thing is, you're saying we are just killing them for our taste purpose. Okay.
That's not exactly what I'm saying. Is That's one of the major reasons. Yes,
Major reason.
people choose to eat animals is mainly
People
for taste.
choose to eat. The problem in why people say F animals and on this debate is because we don't see anything else outside ourselves.
Right.
Okay. This is the reason you are an animal activist, and this is the reason why I am still logically defending meat industry. Okay, this is the cause I am trying to see above myself, above my choices, and above my taste. Okay, I am trying to see that why is this killing happening. Okay, I am trying to understand that beyond taste, okay, beyond nutrition, beyond anything, beyond consumption, why there is a killing of animals. And here's the conclusion I got, that again, farming, manure, and other stuff.
See, that is happening regardless. That is happening as a consequence. It's happening, right? As a consequence, it's happening. But my point again stands that my statement is simple. If you were to give someone who wants to either pick between a vegan option or a non-vegan option, the non-vegan option tastes better than the vegan option. I'll agree openly, because biologically we eat these meat, dairy, and eggs. We enjoy it more biologically. So they pick that because it tastes better. Even though this person can still choose to eat the vegan option, they still pick this because of taste preference. And I'm saying taste alone to justify enormous amounts of violence and cruelty towards animals is just unjustifiable. I don't understand why you're disagreeing on this point.
The thing is, you're seeing this from a personal perspective.
From the victim's perspective.
Actually, personal perspective, I mean by, okay, people can choose to be vegan, even though they don't understand the feelings of animals, and yet desensitize and kill them for their own purpose. But I see this from a larger perspective. Okay, that I understand that people don't think beyond their self.
Yeah, that I agree. Yes, they don't.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, people don't think about that. But I also understand why this needs to be exist. I condemn meat eating from my moral perspective. I earlier said that my moral perspective doesn't allow me to eat meat.
But it allows others to eat meat?
Huh?
But does it
From my moral perspective.
That's what I'm asking.
From my moral perspective, nobody should eat meat.
Okay. Fine.
From my moral perspective, we shouldn't harm animals. From my moral perspective, okay, anybody, I said from a tier 1 city or anybody should go vegan. From a moral perspective, what am I saying? I am with veganism on a moral base, okay, because of exploitation. But I am not with veganism on a logical and exponential and other base.
And if
based on my
fair enough. And if those questions happen to be cleared one day, you would be willing to jump ship. If suppose for whatever questions you've asked me today, if I can do the research and give forth valid, not just for the sake of responding, if I can give forth valid responses to the issues that you bring about, then definitely you wouldn't mind jumping ship is what I'm asking you. Would that be a fair demand of me to make?
Okay, again, you're saying you will do a research, okay, where you can replace every...
If I manage to, if I fill all the caveats you've given me, yes.
Okay, you will manage to do all these things, okay, just to avoid exploitation. The thing is, no matter who is in the research institutes, okay, no matter if what their moral perspective is, they don't care about moral perspectives. They care about research.
Okay.
The researchers, Tamil Nadu University of Agriculture. Okay. In terms of education, fun fact, in terms of education, it's even higher than ICAR.
Okay.
IARI, which is the number 1 institute. If you search for number 1 agricultural institute in India, IARI.
Okay.
Okay. So, in terms of education, this university in Tamil Nadu is even higher than IARI. Okay, even though it's not number one, based on personal experiences of students. Okay. So if you want any kind of research based on agriculture, you will have to refer. Any student of agriculture will refer to notes of TNAU, Tamil Nadu Agriculture. I don't know the
abbreviation. Yeah, fair enough.
Agriculture University of Tamil Nadu. Okay, if you want notes, okay, if you want research papers, you can refer to Tamil Nadu University of Agriculture. Okay, and they have research on everything. Okay, chemical fertilizers, and you can refer to any department, soil science department, dairy department, agronomy department, horticulture department is for fruits. Okay, then horticulture, then again there are many departments. Okay, of agriculture. This is
you just concluded. Yeah, what are you trying to get at? Like, yeah.
So if you want a research on agriculture and animal husbandry, livestock, you can refer the. I'm giving you a source.
All right.
Okay. If you want a research.
All right.
Self-based research.
Fair enough. Okay.
Tamil Nadu. And IARI, again, number one institute. And again, even ICR gives reports every year. Quarterly reports, yearly reports, censuses. Census are like quite outdated. Any kind of
I also have people, like I told you, I have friends who are scientists and into these different fields. I can try to get through them as well. I can try to find wherever information is available. I can try to get and look into that. Yeah, fair enough. I can do. But again, that was my question to you, Kuldeep. Like, if you brought in certain caveats, right? These are the issues you listed. If I it's a yes or no question. If I manage to find proper answers for those issues, would you be willing to move over? Is my question.
First, I would study.
Yeah, of course. Only after you're convinced, yeah, obviously.
Okay. Then I will give an answer. I won't give an answer first.
Fair enough.
Because if you give me a book of research.
Oh, not a bogus stuff. I'm not talking bogus things. Yeah.
No, not book. I'm speaking of a book. You once you complete your research, you give me that book. I'll go on a different research on myself. As I believe, you will get answers you need. This is called information bias.
Cherry picking.
Information bias. Okay. You will find certain information you need. Okay. Like based on carbon emission, that animal husbandry is responsible for one of the major carbon emissions in on planet Earth. And again, any agronomist. The assistant professor and both the dairy department and the agronomy department said the same thing, that you are again focusing on livestock instead of what's more I'm realistic on realistic grounds. What's more possible, changing everyone's diet or regulating some companies. What's more realistic?
At this moment in time, regulation is much more realistic in terms of achievement than changing people's diets. Yeah,
even in long term, even in any given condition.
That doesn't coincide with the philosophy I'm trying to propagate, right? It does not coincide. It might be reality, what you're saying, but
yes,
that reality.
In reality, I'm speaking of reality. What's more possible? Regulating companies or changing the diet of every single person?
That's exactly what I said right now. In reality, that seems more possible, but of course, that does not coincide with my philosophy. Just because reality is favorable for the oppressor doesn't mean right now I now change my philosophy where I say, therefore this is okay.
I'm not saying this is okay. I'm saying...
No, again, I get what you're saying. You are saying that you will find that the solution that they are giving as to changing the conditions right now of animals is far more practically applicable, right? But if someone, that makes sense, if someone is taking the stance that the conditions are bad, we should change the conditions. But if someone is taking the stance that exploitation in and of itself is wrong, regardless of which condition it's done in, for that person, this doesn't work. The solution doesn't work, is what I'm saying.
The thing is, what you are trying to do in this person, you're trying to change everyone's diet, and I'm with you. Okay, on a realistic grounds, I'm with you. Okay, as I know, no industry is getting affected.
Of course, as of now, we're so small. Yeah, we're so small.
On realistic grounds, I can openly support you, and I can say, no industry is getting affected. No farmer will change their herding. as like in your lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
you won't be able to change a farmer's choice.
Okay.
That's my realistic
Fair enough. Go on.
ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The thing is, on a worldwide perspective, on a ecological perspective,
Mm-hmm.
what you are trying to do is you're saving a deer from a lion. On an ecological perspective, I am speaking from a here you can include agriculture,
Mm-hmm.
include all the things I explained.
I won't agree with this analogy actually.
Mm.
I don't agree with this analogy.
Why?
Because the reason being is by becoming vegan, we're not saving any animal. No animal which is born in the system is being saved by anyone being vegan. By reducing the demand, you only prevent future animals from being born into the system. You get my point?
The thing is, why am I saying, like, I'm again
But
hitting.
did you understand my point? Like,
I understand your point.
Okay.
I clearly understand everything what veganism says.
but
Okay.
then this analogy doesn't work, right? That's what I'm saying.
Why am I making this analogy?
Mm-hmm. Why are you?
Why am I making this analogy? That this doesn't work on an worldwide perspective. Worldwide perspective means you cannot turn the like on a large scale. Veganism can't exist.
Because I'm not able to take you on the steps from A to Z right now, that is not possible. Because
The thing is, even in future you won't be able to,
Mhm.
because that's how growth of plant works. The thing is, throughout the human civilization, the more we have tried to disturb the natural process, the more consequences we have seen.
I don't necessarily agree with that statement, but go on.
I'm speaking of like, let's say climate change.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say cutting down trees, and
Mhm.
the more we play with the natural process. Okay, I'm speaking in perspective of deforestation, climate change. Like, we are trying to create new things. Okay.
Mhm.
We are creating new things, we are developing new things. You said about mobiles.
Mhm.
Okay, we have mobile towers, we have radiation. Okay, the more things we are, more technologies.
That
and
radiation isn't actually harming any creature. I'm just saying,
you
like,
like, not the mobile tower radiation,
Mhm.
but still, smartphones on excessive use
Mhm.
is harmful. Okay, social media.
Yeah, in that
And I'm just speaking, I'm like on a broader perspective, like anything. If you disturb a natural process, okay,
Mhm.
in nature,
Mhm.
okay, if you this agriculture, what agriculture is, you're growing a lot.
We've been over this. We don't have to go again in full round. We've been over this.
Okay, again, if this is a natural chain, okay, the more you try to disrupt it, the more chaos you will see. What the agronomy teacher concluded, that a vegan world
Mhm.
on a short term basis will see perfectly fine. Okay,
Mhm.
that okay, everything is very good, no animals has been harmed. Okay,
Mhm.
very good. But okay, let me give you this situation. Okay, everyone turned vegan.
Mhm.
Okay, farmers found their alternatives,
Mhm.
and we left those animals in wild.
That's not what's going to happen in a vegan world. That is not what happens in a vegan
Okay.
world. They become extinct.
They won't like suddenly go
Yeah, but
extinct.
what we will do is that, let's say the last generation of animals exist right now. That's
Not
like
the last, the first generation of animals.
first
not
generation of animals.
First, at right this moment. I'm speaking at right this
So,
moment,
okay, right this moment, hypothetically, if the world were to become vegan,
and
what
the
will
animals are left. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen to
In
me.
that hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Okay, go
okay,
on.
if animals are left.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the population is high.
Mhm.
Okay, the animal population is high, and they need like, we are not controlling them. Okay.
Mhm.
We are not providing them anything, so they are starving.
Mhm.
What will they do? They'll try to get into your agricultural land. They will, if they are in wild, no control of any humankind.
Right. In this hypothetical scenario, that will happen. Yes.
This will happen.
In this hypothetical scenario, it will
and
happen. Yes.
what if your agricultural produce gets affected due to high animal count?
Right.
What would a vegan do?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. In this hypothetical scenario that will not exist, we wouldn't know what to do. But that is not reality.
Again,
But that is not reality, right? That's not how the world. If the world were to become vegan, that's not how it is to happen. Right?
You want to take into the world into a hypothetical situation.
Mm-hmm. But not in the
Again, you don't know what will happen.
But
in a
buddy,
certain-
but there's a difference between saying animals will become extinct and saying that wait, what if right now everybody became vegan and we left the animals in the forest? No vegan is out there making that argument. No vegan is saying that. You take our words and then create scenarios out of it that we ourselves are not asking to happen, and then say in that made up scenario bad things will happen. What can I even say to that?
Okay. Fine. There's a particular...
What I say right now make any sense? Like, do you agree with my statement or do you disagree with my statement? What I said right now?
Okay, you're trying to say that I'm creating a hypothetical situation, and by that I'm cancelling out your point. Like, I made a hypothetical situation.
And in that situation, what you're saying is fair, but
Yeah.
it's a fake situation. That's not even what we're asking for. Like, at least they say you take what we're asking for. Like, before you did that, earlier you were saying, if you were to go to a vegan world, what about this issue? The whole cycle breaks. How do you solve this? Those are all fair points. I did not argue for that, right? For that, I didn't argue or say anything. I acknowledge all of those points. I said I'll do my research, right?
Okay.
This is a hypothetical. This one doesn't make sense. This is what I'm pointing at. Now, clearly, I don't know if you realize this, we've been going on right now for almost 2 hours and 15 minutes. Are you aware of that?
No.
We've been going for a long time. Do you have any other, just a yes or no question only, Kuldeep? Because I noticed that when you go, you tend to go deep. Like, is that why you asked me in the beginning, like, how long can you speak? Like,
Yes.
Okay, I was not aware of that. I thought you just asked me, worried about time like that. No, I didn't, because we also want to make sure that what we're doing for the audience is also interesting for them to watch, because we don't want to go too deep in one particular subject. I don't want to focus so much time there that then they don't want to watch it. Do you have any other points that you've brought with you today that you definitely want to discuss, or do you think you've covered like the vast majority of the points you want to discuss in the podcast?
Mainly it's about sustainable
That
agriculture.
was the main point. And you managed, you think you were given a fair chance to cover your points?
Okay, like if I have to recall everything, I
No
will
need to
have
recall
to
right now.
think.
You'll be given a chance in the end, obviously, to give your closing statements. At time you can mention everything again. We both will be given like 2 minutes to just put forth our arguments.
Okay.
But I'm asking you, do you feel you were given a fair chance to represent your...
I think I have been given
You've
a fair
been
chance.
to represent your ideas.
Okay, I will just say one thing, that we have to get into depths.
Yeah, we do.
We have to get into depth. We just can't say that, okay, everyone turn into vegan and we'll manage things.
Right.
We can't do that.
I am agreeing with you. For all those points that you mentioned, that is why I told you, if I had told you, no, Kuldeep, that's nonsense. What I'm saying is only right. I didn't say any of that. I said, hey, okay, this is something that I personally am not an expert in this field. I'll have to do my research. That's what I said, right? I'm not saying we shouldn't, but it's good that you did mention these points. I'm glad that we have someone like yourself who's coming forward and mentioning these points. This gives me and the rest of the community also who's watching an opportunity to learn about these points, see how valid they are, go and do our own research, see if we can bring forward counter arguments. That's the best thing. That's what we can do. And I'm very happy you came to mention these things to me, and I will definitely do my due diligence from my side, because as someone who calls themselves an animal rights activist and says that if I make a sweeping statement saying that the world should become vegan, then I think people have the right to question me. People have the right to bring forward concerns and problems, and I should be able to tackle them. Or if not me, I should at least bring someone who has good knowledge about the subject you're bringing forth and allow them to give the answer. So in that regard, I respect you for definitely bringing up these points. So I will do my due diligence on these points. And I am pretty confident. You know what? I will show my confidence once I've done my research. That will be the fair thing.
Okay, I was about to ask this. Okay, that how would a vegan do farming? I was you didn't want to go into the technicalities of
And I
farming.
wouldn't have the knowledge to actually...
How would you plow a field being a vegan without a tractor?
Why can't we use a tractor? You're talking right now about tilling of soil.
Many farmers who are, as I said, marginalized, okay, are still dependent
On bullock carts. Yeah.
bullock carts.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't want to harm that animal. How do you plow that field without a tractor?
You're asking about in an ideal vegan world, or right now you're asking?
Right now, I'm giving
Right
you,
now, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is one of those scenarios where I've openly, you can check out my lectures also. I bring up this thing. I also bring up the scenario of animal testing, because for medications, people test on animals. The thing is that right now, there are scenarios we vegans recognize that these areas, we at the moment cannot do anything to stop them. But as we move towards the vegan world, here also we want to step in and eventually make a leap where we remove animals from there
the
as well.
thing is, this world, you said, was created by non-vegans. Let us say a vegan existed in the 1800s, before the invention of tractors. There is the existence of vegans in the past times. How would they make agriculture possible?
I do not know.
That's the point.
So the point is that since in the 1800s, a hypothetical vegan would not know how to make agriculture possible. Today in 2025, we should assume...
You still can't. The thing is, without the, let's say a remote village in India, even a marginalized farmer who doesn't has access to tractors will depend on oxes. Now, let me say, even in past 10 years, 20 years, if in a remote area, if someone doesn't has the access of tractors, will depend on oxes. Let's say vegan, if there is a vegan in a let's say remote area, he still has to be dependent on oxes for farming.
Yes, that's what I just said right now. Right now, we vegans, that's why I said this is always there in all of my lectures. I've never hidden this. I've openly spoken about it. When it comes to medications, which is also something vegans take, right? And when it comes to using of animals to plow fields, at the moment, we vegans don't have a solution. We can give a solution only when the alternative is available. When it's not available right now, we can say we recognize this. It's a problem. We don't have a solution right now. We'll try to find one. That's all we can say.
Again, for every single point I made, so there is, first of all, the solution is a major problem. I keep coming across that I don't have a solution.
But we are giving a solution to meat, we're giving a solution to eggs, to dairy, we're giving a solution to leather, wool and silk. What we're saying is where we have solutions, let's choose a solution. Where we don't have solution, we'll admit we don't have, we'll try to make changes.
Okay.
What else can I say?
Okay. You said that you have a solution to wool. You have.
There are synthetic fibers. I don't know exactly how they make them, but synthetic ways of cooling the person exists. Yes.
There are synthetic ways. Okay. But again, farmers in Kashmir, they will depend on either yak and again Pashmina. Pashmina sheep is used in Kashmir, which is specialized for Kashmir climate. Pashmina sheep, and they are used for making winter clothes. Okay, and as of now, there is no replacement of that wool. You would say that we will come for solutions, and there are solutions. The problem is, the more in depth you get into it, that again this creates a cycle. Okay, again farmers dependent on Pashmina sheep. Okay, in that climatic condition. The thing, different climatic conditions have different biodiversity of agriculture. Okay, again the more in depth you get into it, the more biodiversity you're disturbing.
1 second. So as of now, just as an AI overview, I can only get this as an answer to what could possibly be an alternative for wool and what kind of materials people are using. Because right now in Europe, not for living Kashmir aside, in Europe, or if you go to Canada, there they use the geese feather to create these cushioning sweaters. They also use from these different rabbit, from Angora rabbit. They use their rabbits to use this stuff. They have already, in a certain way, devised certain alternatives for that. Again, if you ask me in detail, I wouldn't know because I don't come from a cold climate area. I'm from Tamil Nadu, which is always perpetually hot. So, as an Indian also, I don't know the exact alternative right now because I have never personally used it. But what I'm saying is, again, what you're doing, Kuldeep, is that you are showing me scenarios where at the moment vegans don't have solutions. And then you're saying, see, you don't have solution. I'm saying, okay, right. But here, look at 90% of the issues here. I am saying, but so much of the torture and problem is happening. We are having a solution. Should we not first go for the solution that we do have? Well, again, if vegans, see, if you are pointing out something, I never claim that veganism is perfect or right now it has solution to everything. In fact, as I'm telling you again, you can watch my lectures. In each of my lectures, in the last 2 slides, I do mention that veganism is not perfect. We don't have solution to everything right now. We are trying our best. But just because we don't have solution to 100% of it's like saying this. Imagine you have an exam tomorrow. You have 100 questions in your paper. Okay, you know the answer to 80 to 90 questions, but you don't know the answer to 10 questions. Just because you don't know the answer to 10 questions, will you leave the paper blank? No, still you will answer the 90 questions you do know. That is what we are saying. We are saying, just because we don't have solution to everything right now, please do not ignore the solution that we are providing for the problems that can be solved. That's a fair statement.
The answers you are giving, the questions here are interlinked. One question is interdependent on other question. The other question is interdependent on other question. It's the same like
we're also going at this point in circles. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
It's such a big circle that you never know what you're disturbing. You will never know what the agronomy.
But my friend, see, that can also be the case for anything. We also don't know what we're disturbing by doing certain other things, by certain other human activities.
But we are facing the consequences.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that's why I'm saying even in that there is facing the consequences and trying to do things in a sustainable way. Every option we have has always these days now sustainable option, sustainable method of doing this, sustainable method of doing that. They're coming, for example, earlier there's plastic straws, now they say paper straw, something. They're trying to come up with some sustainable method for everything. Similarly, what I am saying, Kuldeep, is that it will be great for you also to recognize that you are exploiting animals. You come to our side and you as someone who's so young and knowledgeable about this and someone who doesn't have knowledge on this in depth in the subject you're talking about. We would need people like yourself on our team to, find solutions to bring us closer to a vegan world. Yes, you have the right to say to me, Arvind, you are the vegan activist. You are the one who told if you want to come and debate me, come and debate me. So I'm giving you issues. Means you have the right to say that. I'm not saying you shouldn't say that. You have the right to say that. But seeing as you are also a genuine person, seeing as that you are also a knowledgeable person, I fail to understand why isn't Kuldeep on this side trying to find the solutions for vegans instead of being on that side. Like
the thing is, for 3 days, I was trying to find solutions. For
you explained that you went to the professor. He was always showing examples. Yeah, we've been over that.
Okay, read this.
Why there is a need of dairy farming for human survival, killing of male calves in buffalo dairy farming, is there a need of meat industry or existence of goat, sheep, poultry farming in modern world, greenhouse effect of animal husbandry, moral stance of animal husbandry, misuse of artificial insemination, forcing the cattle to reproduce, treatment of cattle as milking machine, desensitizing the killing of animals, huge land of farming just for animal feed.
I was completely repeating these questions again and again in front of every single one. So I became an animal right activist for 3 days. So I was on your side, and this is my answer.
This is the answer that you're concluding with. This is what? Okay.
If you want to see, wait, I'm not. Okay, there's another.
This one, huh? Okay.
This is an example how large scale and Gaushala be. This Gaushala has more than 2,000 cows.
Okay.
Yes. And it's huge. I will
make sure that the place that arch is not put there in the video. I'll make sure that it's not there.
The first 10 minutes is just feeding animals milk. The orphan animal, deer, antelopes, rabbits, monkey, All of them were
and this is the milk of some cow that's been taken, or is it cow? Is it like milk that's been bought?
no, milk from Gaushala.
Yeah.
All of these animals were orphans.
Mhm.
Okay, some animals were injured.
Mhm.
Okay, taken from wild, healed here, and
Mhm.
sent back to wild again. And all yeah.
But it's just to check, I can see different kinds of species here. But just to check, the cows in this Gaushala also are made pregnant for the purpose of dairy.
Wait.
Am I right or wrong?
Not made pregnant.
They reproduce
In-
among themselves.
What do you think you can control the pregnancy of 2,000 cows? Can you?
No. My question is human involvement pregnancy is taking
No.
place? No, not a human involvement.
No.
It's not human involvement at all.
Oh,
Okay. So they mate among themselves.
yes.
Okay, fine. And once they are done mating, that milk is taken and used to feed the calf and also the other animals in the sanctuary, in this Gaushala. Not for commercial purpose.
No.
Fine, that I can respect.
Yes.
That I can respect. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that I can respect. So you're saying, again, repeating, the cow and buffaloes are naturally getting pregnant. They are in a safe space, correct. Human is not controlling either through AI or through tying them up and forcing a bull. That's not happening. They're naturally getting pregnant. Once the baby is born, baby drinks his share of milk. In case there is extra milk, that is taken and used to feed the orphaned animals. Am I
That's
right?
exactly what happens
I respect that.
in any Gaushala.
Maybe there are some, if there are ones that operate like this, I respect that. If they're operating in this way, I'm being honest. I respect that.
That's how every Gaushala operates. On a if
I have seen otherwise. I've seen different kinds as well.
listen to one of the Gaushala I account for. I said 700 cows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the same way as he's showing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they let the cows drink the milk.
Mhm.
Okay, this is a camel,
Go on, let the calves drink the milk.
and then they take out the milk for commercial use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why do Gaushalas take milk in the first place? Okay, any Gaushala. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you have seen some examples. I don't know which state, which place, which management. I don't know.
No, my
Let me
issue was
compare.
that the Gaushala is taking the milk to sell to humans. If they are not selling it to humans, instead that again excess milk, right?
Excess milk.
They are not injection, nothing. They are
No,
not
nothing.
mistreated in any way.
No.
Excess milk is there. If you don't remove, they'll get pain. That milk is taken and used to feed orphans. That is respectable. That is completely respectable. That's noble.
Yes,
That's a respectable thing.
that's
to do.
what happens.
I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with that. I am saying we were earlier again, Kuldeep. We'll probably have to wrap it up now in another 5 minutes because we've been going for almost 3 hours right now. So I just want to make one statement. You make it back, and then I will give my closing statements. You give your closing statements, and then I guess we just have to close at that. That will be the only way. No, what I was getting at with you earlier was that when you were talking again about AI, and you were saying that it is okay. If I'm not wrong, to quote
Artificial
that.
intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also breeding of animals. I showed you that photo. You were like, no, this is okay. And you condoned them as well. You condone it, and not to mention that you feel again that is a mutual relationship between the cow and the human being, and that for some reason it is all right. That is what I'm saying. No, it is slavery. That is wrong. There is no mutual stuff. We should not be doing. This is someone taking care of an animal because they genuinely care about the animal, not exploiting the animal for any reason whatsoever, just giving them a shot at life in peace. That is different from again exploiting animals and taking milk from them for ourselves. That is my statement.
Okay, so why I am not against artificial insemination? The thing is, no Gaushala has the time and energy to perform artificial insemination. So, and again, we don't have the time and energy to forcefully impregnate. How do you define forceful impregnation? The pregnancy period of a cow is 10 months. Okay. And again, she if you make her pregnant within you make her give a baby within less time period and make her pregnant within less time period, I would call that an exploitation. We humans were involved in a natural process. Okay, and we are just doing. I would call it an IVF for cows. I would let's take consent aside. Okay, let's take consent aside.
Okay.
This doesn't make sense. I know. Okay, let's take consent aside. Okay, this is basically IVF for cows. Okay, why? First of all, in order, okay, to not have more male cows, to make it sustainable, I'm selectively adding semen. First of all, a bull, fun fact again, a bull creates 10 ml of semen at once, okay, which goes completely to one cow. And the probability is still less. Okay, the same 10 ml of semen can be used for 5 cows. Okay, with artificial insemination. Okay, so what am I doing with the same amount of semen? Okay, I am pregnanting in the heat period. Okay, in the heat period, I am pregnanting 5 cows with selected semen with the X chromosome. Okay, so what I don't have pressure of a male calf on me, so that I don't have to send it to slaughterhouse. Okay, again, that cow was relieved from heat period. Okay,
Go on. I just want to counter all this with.
okay, I know this doesn't sound legit, but that's
It's not
how
about
I'm
legit.
just
I'm not saying
explaining how it works.
I know, bro. I know how it works. I'm not saying you're lying.
Yeah.
I never called you a liar. I am saying that I fundamentally disagree with the way you see this. That's what I'm saying. You get my point, right? I'm saying I disagree. You are still seeing it like that's what I'm telling you. If we were to replace the cows and bulls in this scenario with human beings of lesser intelligence, does that now justify exploiting their bodies for whatever commercial use we need? We are doing it to them because they are not human. They just happen to be bulls and cows. It's always happened to have happened this way. We have normalized it. We have justified it. We have routined it, and
Why
therefore we
am
are
I
doing
justifying it? Because we desperately need them.
Again, the whole cycle comes again.
We desperately need them,
Right.
to exist.
So that is where I guess we again disagree. But before we go to the closing statements, where you can again, if you want to reiterate to the audience, they'll also probably at this point they understood everything you're saying. I want to just ask one doubt. I made a note here. I just saw it right now. Do you guys save only indigenous breeds, or are you open to saving any kind of
Open.
even if it's a foreign breed, HF cow, buffalo?
Anyone? Not buffaloes.
Oh.
Why not buffaloes?
I'm not just asking, but even other breeds like HF, Jersey, you will not hesitate to help
No
them.
hesitation.
Okay, but buffaloes you might hesitate.
Not, I won't say hesitation. We won't hesitate, but in a village area, you won't see a stranding buffalo. Nobody, people will leave cows for stranding, but not a buffalo.
Okay.
What happens in village that they are very sensitive towards their buffalo. They won't let if they are going for grazing, they'll go with them, come back with them. They won't leave them stranding. Okay, you won't see a buffalo standing on its own. There will be a farmer or there.
All right, because it's a precious resource, they want to constantly keep an eye on it and monitor the animal. I get that. Okay,
because
but
the
my
male
question,
calf will.
I get that. But my question to you was: let's just say hypothetical scenario. You were in a position where you could save a buffalo. There's nothing within you that will stop you from saving the buffalo. No, you will not say it's a buffalo. So you will never feel that way, right? Just asking, or would you feel that way?
The thing again, village area. The problem is we have to constantly deal with different kinds of people. We don't want that.
But let's say it's not village area. Let's say there was a Gaushala whom you are supporting or volunteering for, and you happen to see a buffalo in distress whom you could potentially, if you want
We
to,
will save.
you would save.
Yeah.
You don't have anything personally against
No.
them because it's a buffalo or it's a lower
the person
animal.
I just
Showed, yeah.
Yeah, he has 2 blue bull. Blue bull means it's called
bird?
Rojda in Marwadi.
Okay.
And it's called, I don't know the scientific name. It's called blue bull in English. Just search for blue bull.
Okay.
He just kept them there. Okay. Just for seeing. He even has 2 cats. So I just showed this another Gaushala.
Yeah. But no, I think we're losing the track. I'm asking this for a simple reason only. You do not look at a buffalo and just think that it's just a buffalo. Leave it. You don't feel it. That's all. I'm checking because again, you are giving your experience in a Gaushala where you volunteer how things are happening. Again, I have seen differently, where in Gaushalas that I have seen rejecting to save animals because it is not indigenous breed, rejecting to save buffalo because it is just a buffalo. I have also seen these things. That's why I just wanted to confirm with you that you are not like that. Okay, fine. That's all I wanted to get at. You are not biased towards. Okay, fine. That's all, bro. That's all. I guess at this point, we've been rolling for almost 3 hours. Kuldeep.
Okay.
There's a lot going on. I don't know how many people are still watching. Eventually, when this video goes up, how many views it's going to get. 3 hours is a long time. Shall I give my closing statements first, or do you want to give your first? And I think after we give this, there's no need to go back and forth anymore, because we have done that for 3 hours right now.
You can give.
I'll just give mine.
Yes.
So, people watching, if you have come this far, first of all, thank you for watching such a big podcast. I respect Kuldeep very much for his presence and time here today to come and share his views and opinions. I think he has put forward several very, very important questions and thinking points for me, which I had in the past not considered, because why I only usually go and I do lectures in universities like that, and there will not be any particular specific expertise that someone can bring forward. And not to mention, we'll have only a limited time of 2 hours where everyone deserves a chance to ask a question, so it'll be very short. But since we had someone who's knowledgeable from the farming side, which is a side I had not considered in the past, and not to mention has brought forward certain valid points, I do not have any specific. This is like someone asking me, Arvind, okay, I'll stop eating meat. What should I eat next? No, you can eat something, Okay, why I won't drink milk, what do now get calcium for? You can eat something. No, that would not be a valid answer. When it comes to, again, alternatives and stuff, nutrition and all, I'm sure even he has seen the videos that we have so much information on that. But the specific points that he has put forward, at the moment in time, I am neither knowledgeable, nor do I have the information, nor do I know whether we have the studies to properly tackle in detail at depth to the points that he's bringing forward. I will acknowledge that, first of all. I want to be always honest, so I will acknowledge that. I will wish to choose to do my research on this, and then hopefully if I get proper answers, one day I can also make a video explaining in detail, hopefully answering all of these things properly. This is how I would wish to approach this issue, number one. Yeah. Number two, I would still, however, wish to reaffirm my stance and state that although this might sound silly to people watching, or even Kuldeep might think that this guy is stretching things too far, but I would still like to re-emphasize my stance at the point that just because we don't have a solution right now, because of various reasons, could be because we never done the research that way, veganism was never considered seriously before. So we do not exactly have a proper technology put in place already as a replacement for the issues such as fertilizers, that NPK and all the points he brought up. Doesn't mean that tomorrow a proper solution cannot be found. In fact, I may even go as far as saying maybe solutions already exist. I am just merely not knowledgeable at this thing because I've never been confronted by a farmer before. I have not summoned this knowledge. So I still am of the strong opinion that humanity can find a way forward. We always have, we always will, but the reason why we always have in the past was because we did it for ourselves, we did it for our family, and that's reason enough for anybody to find a solution to any problem. But now asking people to go ahead and try to find a solution, and they're already very comfortable because poor cow, poor chicken, poor buffalo is suffering, is something that many people will not even consider. But myself as the animal rights activist, I will take this upon myself as a responsibility, and I will try to find a proper data on this and solution, and hopefully give a convincing answer for this in another video separately, so that people like Kuldeep who have such a similar questions can have their questions answered, and hopefully will choose to consider to jumping over to the vegan side, a side where we can finally create a peaceful society for humans and animals, and someone as knowledgeable and as loving towards animals as Kuldeep. The vegan movement will be very happy to have a person like yourself fighting for animals on our side. That's all my ending statement, bro. You can speak.
So I would like to conclude by the way that with my own research, I would just advise you that upon researching, please make sure that your research can be applied on a large scale. Okay, there are certain ways where manure is not applied in this procedure. But how difficult and how easy it is? Does it apply to all crops? Does it apply everywhere in every climatic condition? Can a marginal farmer could do this? So we need a intense research on this, upon which we need a cross check of research. We can't make claims. Okay, we can't judge a researcher based on if he's a non-vegan or a vegan. Okay. A researcher is a researcher. I have rejected many PDFs which I bought here, which I refused to show because it spoke in air. Okay, it had some valid points, but it had some points which didn't. It was like some boomers made it. Okay, so I was like, yeah. If that point is, I was like, if I show this to you, I'll be
dishonest. Yeah.
not just dishonest. I would be stupid.
Okay, fine.
In a logical perspective, that what's this? Is this a guy from 15? Is he uncle or something? So I don't want to spread misinformation. So I rejected entirely complete research papers made by actual people in ICAR, and because I believe that they just picked up something case study and just showed it as a like, okay, we can do this and do that, but I very well knew that this was not strong. So I just want that research to be very intense.
Fair enough.
Okay, and it needs to be studied, okay, for many years for it to be applied on a larger scale. So that would be my concluding point.
All right. Thank you so much, Kuldeep, for your time and presence in this today's podcast. Had a great time talking to you. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.